Hey, welcome to a beautiful night at Ultra Chen TV. My name is Ultra David.
Tasty Steve.
And James Chen. How's everybody going?
Sorry for the late start, but we've had some really weird technical issues. We were streaming not 20 minutes ago and things were hunky-dory.
Yep.
And then, for some reason, a weird mic feedback loop started.
On the camcorder, yeah. Uh-huh.
And none of us could really figure it out, so we just switched over to a...
the web. I'm just thinking
Just
if my
do a different-
PS4 is on. That's all.
Oh yeah, we just switched over to the webcam, so there's a little bit worse picture quality, but it's definitely better than having a constant beep.
Go ahead and unplug this over here.
I blame David.
Me? I didn't do anything other than get here and then it started.
Like literally we were streaming and then everything killed everything. So and then just for some reason the audio
It
died.
blew up.
That
Who
or
knows?
Capcom.
Yeah, but
One of
speaking of
One
getting
of those.
speaking of getting KO'd, you'll notice that one of us is missing here. I think David KO'd Sajam.
Look, somebody got somebody sick, and that somebody who got sick was Sajam. I don't know if we can pinpoint the moment of his getting sick.
I mean, look, here's the question, right? We weren't that much further away from David. It's not like germs hit the first human and stopped.
No, and believe me, I was effusively putting out germs. I'm sure there was just a
He was
halo
kinda
of
spewing them.
germs.
That's not including
going on.
like the number of like farting he did too. So like I feel like it was double exposure, you know?
Yeah, that's right. They had the inside and the outside. And only one out of the three got sick. So all I'm saying is, that's good odds for not getting sick if you're at Ultra Chen TV.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's
You
the question
had
is...
a good chance to not get sick. And yet, in fact, you were hanging out with me the whole weekend.
Yeah, we actually stayed in the same room at KIT.
And you were fine, were you not?
Yes, it's true. I mean, besides, you know, the whole him leaving my Vaseline open at Katana Prime got me.
I may have used his Vaseline. In fact, I used your Vaseline and you still didn't get sick.
So the question
I think I've made my case.
But, I mean, you are known to
You're
have...
too good at this, man. He's a lawyer. That's not fair.
That's true. That's true, yeah. But, I mean, look, you're good at... You have a good immune system,
I have a pretty
right?
good immune system. My immune system is pretty
I
good.
don't think my immune system is great. I think
Okay.
it's decent. Is Sajam's immune system bad?
He operates kind of like an old person anyway, so... Which is really weird considering I'm older than him, and he...
Yeah.
Dude,
You're
he's like the
30%
youngest
older
person. Like,
than he is.
I'm twice his age, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I should be getting sick all over the place.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was sick last week, but I'm better now. I still have this cough, but it's like not... It's not the I'm sick cough, it's the I was sick, and it's like still
Yeah.
bugging me.
Uh-huh.
It's the rest. It's like you getting
It's
it
that
out.
leftover.
Yeah,
That's
that's kind of
phlegm.
annoying. So
The
I still have a
mucus.
cough, but I'm feeling fine. Anyway, so this last weekend we went to KIT. Steve and I did. We were commentating there. There was also Co-op Cup, the fantastic
yeah.
Third Strike event that I didn't get to see as much of as I would have liked because we were commentating.
Double, oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was also sleeping as much as I could at
True.
KIT.
Also
so
true.
I was not actually watching or doing stuff very often. So that was awesome, though. We're gonna get to that.
Yes.
But we're also going to talk about the idea of strength in games, the idea of having strong characters in games.
Right. It's interesting because, so this came up because of something that Daigo was talking about on a recent episode of Beast TV. And a lot of people started asking me about it. Like, what did you think of what Daigo said?
Yeah.
You know, and he talked about how if you look at the history of fun fighting games or fighting games that people love to play, that are really popular, most of them are broken. Like MVC2,
Pretty nutsy.
hella broken. Super
Turbo.
Turbo, hella broken.
File a mess.
Third Strike, hella broken.
Definitely. Even the bad characters do crazy stuff.
Yeah, but I like even I heard like Tekken Tag Tournament is kind of like
Oh, Tekken Tag Tournament is really broken.
right, but people love that one. Soul Calibur 2 wasn't that one? Was that one fair or was that kind of broken?
I can't really speak too much
I don't
on that
remember
one.
that much.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Wasn't competitive.
But you know a lot of that. So Daigo was saying, you know,
like Marvel 3 is pretty crazy. People seem to
Yeah.
like
Pretty
that.
crazy. That game's stupid.
It's
broken.
definitely crazy. Okay, like Gear has very strong characters.
Yeah.
BlazBlue has very strong characters.
so what's interesting,
It's all in the
like
it's in the
MKX is
pursuit
definitely
of-
wild. Injustice
yeah.
is wild. Like,
and it almost kind of comes, and so like they even were watching a match on Beast TV of like a Urian and a Balrog, and it was just like fight V-trigger activation silliness, fight V-trigger activation clown shoes, you know, like
Clown shoes.
that's pretty much what it was, right? And so they were saying, man, this looks so fun, this looks great and everything like that. And so they really started getting this idea of that broken is more fun, and maybe balance isn't that important.
Balance is definitely not that important.
Okay.
And this is, and put like this, and I say that speaking objectively. Personally, I feel like it is. I think like...
You think it's important, or like
Well,
you like balance?
I like balance.
How important is balance?
When it comes to fun, I think it's per person.
Okay.
Because, like, I look at Marvel 2, and
Yeah.
Marvel 2 is some of the most broken...
Like, obviously, roll is just impossible.
Yeah.
You just
It's
can't
not
do,
possible.
Can't do
I
anything
mean,
with
Dawson
it.
can
Well, I
do
mean, like-
infinites, but you can't win with him,
Right.
you know?
I mean, because the thing about it is, in Marvel 2,
Theory.
like, some of the characters are designed not to win, right?
Yeah.
Like Kobun's not going to win.
Right,
Right?
it's like, obviously made not to be competitive,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then that begs another question. Why do games that are balanced not get that much, like, play? Like, do people feel like they need an advantage or else it's not fun? Do they
So-
feel like it's an overcoming thing that they need to have in a game? Like, what is that? Because I think about games like Virtua Fighter 4.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, that game is like crazy. And it had its glitches, it had its bugs, but for the most part, it's a really balanced game. It's a really good game on top of that. Why did that game not succeed? Like outside of Japan, like what?
Right.
Look, I don't think the problem is with balance. I think everybody likes or would prefer balance, with respect to how good the characters are. It's just that what I want, and I think what Daigo was saying that he wanted, and what he believes that history shows people like, is that they like to have very strong options. They like to have like the ability to do something cool, the ability to do something wild, and that you don't have to have an imbalanced game for that. In with respect to the tiers,
Right.
that can be pretty balanced, because there are some games where it is pretty balanced, and yet it's you have a lot of very, very strong stuff. So I don't think that's really the question. I think the question is more like, is it important to have strong things? And this comes up in the context of Street Fighter V.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because some of the characters don't have strong stuff.
Right.
And in fact, some of the strong stuff was removed. Like Mika's whip is now shell of its former self, for example.
They even shorten the distance to get to the wall. Like, it's so stupid.
Dude, when we were
strange.
ESL, you were playing against Alex Myers like a casual set, and you were in the corner, and you whipped him in the corner, and the guy didn't even touch the wall.
Just
He was
tumble
like,
to the
just
ground. I'm
tumbled
like,
to the
sick, the wall's right there. I definitely deserve to lose, you know?
That sucks. So,
Yeah, dude, even Melee. Melee is played to this day, and it is like one of the most imbalanced games possible. Right?
Yeah, sure. Although Brawl is not played as much, and that was also pretty imbalanced.
Right.
So, again, I don't think that like the issue is the balance. I think it's, do you like strong stuff?
Right.
Do you like the ability to do something fun? You know,
Yeah.
like it.
So
look,
wait, you saying that there's a direct correlation to having broken things in a game and it being fun?
not necessarily broken, but just like to have
Fun,
cool,
flashy
strong
things,
options.
yeah,
Like, look, they made Fang worse. That character is like, he's a wild character ready to go. Like if you just made a few changes, he has all the insanity, right? You can imagine it, like just a few different things. But instead, they made it weaker. Like he has slower buttons than before. Why? That's not fun.
I truly do not understand some of the options.
Dude, Fang is like the biggest confusion
It
in the
doesn't make
world,
any sense
dude.
at all.
I don't understand.
Maybe that's
it
not
at
even
all.
the best
Right.
example for that. But they made some of Alex's stuff weaker. I don't really know why.
Right.
They,
Ryu standing like
they
got,
made
like,
Ryu
super nerfed.
Yeah, and there's, again, with Ryu, there's a lot of interesting, fun stuff. When SF5 Season 1 came out, I played a lot of Ryu thinking, like, I can play this character like a brawler Shoto. I can rush down. I have the guard break of Denjin. That seems really fun. And I did that for like a week until I realized this is probably not long term. And then if you saw how people like Tokido were playing towards the end, very patient, lots
patient.
of down back.
Yeah.
He just seemed like he couldn't do the fun stuff. So the question is, how important is having that fun stuff, and does SF5 not have enough of it?
I mean, the interesting thing in terms of balance, like I agree that an imbalanced game is kind of more fun in a way because people like to challenge themselves. They like to, like, for example, the people who want to win with Q. Like we saw all those Q players, but
The
here's
idiots.
I know, they
One
are
of
idiots,
them.
Right.
definitely.
But see,
The
here's the
moron.
thing.
For sure. For
So,
sure.
one of the things that I'm saying though now is that today it's a different day and age because it is very esportsy, right? So you have guys like Dominion, you have guys like Cien who played Fang, and they are really, hurting their own actual livelihood.
Yes, they will
by
make
using
less money.
these weaker characters because they're not winning tournaments, right? And so now, in this day and age, balance is very important. And then someone actually came up to me and was a counterpoint, was like, but look at Melee, right?
Yeah.
There's more people playing Melee than ever before, right? But I was like, but the thing about it is, if you decide to main Ganondorf or if you decide to main Ness, you 100% know what you're getting yourself into.
At this point,
you
it's
know,
already been
you're
spelled
not,
out for you.
Yeah, you're basically saying, I don't care about the money, I just want to play for fun. But if you're someone like Cien and you have a game that's brand new that came out and you're like, hey, this character looks fun, and you dedicate 3 months to it to Evo, and it's like, crap, well, it's too late for me to change because I found this character's not very good. And then after Evo, you're like, crap, it's kind of too late because he's my best character right now. I kind of have to stick with this character. It's a different thing, right? So if Third Strike, let's say after Co-op Cup was like, oh, let's resurge Third Strike, and it had some crazy Melee resurgence. If you decide to main Q, you know what you're doing.
I think it's more along the lines of and this is on the side of a company changing anything. Maybe they don't want the character to play a specific way. It doesn't make sense to me, but on the same note, like, I mean, think about it. Like, think about Sean in Double Impact, right? Mm-hmm. He was super good.
He was good.
So good.
He was
he
good.
He wasn't even the best, but he was good.
Right,
Yeah.
he was
super good. Like,
super good.
Well, either way, that's not the point. Point is like, when it came back to the second half.
Did the fan turn on in the bathroom? Oh, it's the dehumidifier. Dude, I'm like going crazy with all this audio noise and everything. Ugh.
So, if you think about him in Third Strike, what was the reason for them to make this character completely useless? Like, what actual reason?
It's clearly intentional. I mean, you don't make things unsafe on hit without thinking this guy should be bad.
Right.
Like, it was clearly intentional. And it might have been that they were thinking, well, some people like to challenge themselves. That's fine, I get it. But as somebody who played Q for a long time, when I originally picked him up, I didn't know he was terrible. Mm-hmm. Sure, I quickly found out. And I could have made the switch, but I didn't because I wanted to, like, challenge myself. That was for sure part of it at the time. But I'll tell you, it would be nice if the distance between Chun and Q was not as gigantic. Okay? Like, if
it wasn't a country mile.
Yeah. if it was a difference so that people could, like, still play Q or whoever and challenge themselves, but, like, not be totally assed out, then that would be better. So I submit that, like, the idea, like, you're never going to have a perfectly balanced game. There's always going to be a variation in there. There's always going to be the worst character.
Okay.
And the question is, how bad should that character be? I would submit that it's better if that character is not bad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If it's, like, harder to use, but, like, you're not going to just give up because of it. So the balance issue, I feel, again, is not really the same question. I just feel like, does SF5 have strong enough, interesting options? Right. They gave some characters really cool things, right? They kept Urian strong, Guile, Laura is strong.
No, correction. They made Urian stronger.
For sure, he was already very good. Yeah, right.
I mean, because the funny thing
so
is,
there definitely are strong characters in that game, but they also made strange decisions to make characters less strong. I don't really know why.
Because, I mean, like, Urian, for example, Rashid, if he throws you...
See, Dan, he hurt his feelings.
Dan's like,
no.
He's a weak character, so whatever,
he's like,
it doesn't matter.
What about me? No one cares about you, Dan.
Yeah.
You suck.
It was
Look at your hair, okay? Pink gi, you loser.
Aww.
That's right.
See, I always just thought it was funny for Rashid, they decided to make it so that you couldn't throw people into his tornado. But then with Urian, they were like, you know what, I can throw you into Aegis Reflector and you'll bounce off. You know, like, they just said, let's just make everything work with Aegis Reflector.
That's fun.
Right, exactly.
I'm all for that.
Exactly.
I'm all for that.
So,
but that said, why make these choices of one character is strong and has lots of fun stuff, and then, for example, Geef is better, but it's not like they gave Geef, like, some crazy fun stuff. He's just like the same character that he usually is. And I think he's pretty good. It's just he's not like, you're not like doing crazy Aegis Reflector stuff with Zangief, right? But you could make that V trigger work in such a way that you would like have pretty crazy stuff.
Right.
They just didn't do it. So I don't know why that is.
I think it's just the fact that we have these characters now. People have very different definitions of fun. With fun and challenging, a couple of things go up and a couple other things go down. I feel like most people who play these fighting games, they look at Urian and they're like, hey, this is a cool character. I can bounce off mirrors and stuff. And they look at Geef and it's like, he's just a muscle guy who can flex. You know what I'm saying? How cool can you make him? And we actually kind of talked about this.
He could be cool, man.
We actually talked about this. Remember how I've said multiple times, Guile has never interested me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I know how to play him, but he's
Sure.
just whack. You know, he's lame. But then in Street Fighter V, I'm like, damn, dude, Guile looks kind of cool.
They made cool stuff,
They
right?
made cool stuff. Then I look at Balrog. I'm like, I've actually hated Balrog as a character.
Yeah.
And now I look at him, I'm like, damn, Balrog is cool now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
cool.
Now, whether it's just based solely off the aesthetics or gameplay itself, there's no denying that he's definitely better. Like, in all around, he's better. Now, how does that correlate to gameplay, though? Like, do you say, well, this character looks cool, therefore he has to play cool, or this character looks cool?
Everybody should play cool. Everybody should have like some cool wild thing.
But that just goes per person. Like, for me, like, some of the stuff that what I consider crazy may not be crazy to you.
Well, okay, fine, but like
come
definitely.
on, you're a Zappa player.
Yeah.
Zappa is about as crazy as you can humanly imagine, right?
It's true.
So.
No, okay, you're right. But I mean, even with that being said, like, he sucked. Like, he was garbage.
Yeah, but then he was really good.
Yeah, that was like the last version.
Plus
of the game.
R, plus R, yeah.
But no, I know exactly what you mean. Like, I think that it differs so much dependent on the people who decide to play a game and
it's funny because when I saw that footage of the Balrog versus Urian and they were just going crazy, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if everybody in this game was like that?
No.
I had some people be like, no, I don't want people just to win on V-Trigger and that's it.
I agree with that. But but on the other hand, I would like it if other characters had some stronger, like interesting.
I mean, look.
Thing. I don't know.
Look, I'm telling you right now.
Not
I main
enough.
Cammy.
I like how he said it. Like, he was just like, look, I have a drug problem.
Yeah, I know.
I made Cammy, all right?
She
been
is
top tier for the last decade.
top tier. She is one of the
All the
best
Street
characters right now. In fact, I think
Hear me out, guys. She's one of the best characters out there.
she's top 3 right now. But holy crap, is she boring to play.
Well, I agree with that.
How does that
but
work? Because I see so many people. I talk to people, and, like, the character's, like, super good. And they'll be like, yeah, man, but they're so boring. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't like, what makes Cammy boring? Can somebody elaborate? I want to know.
Because
to me, I think she looks cool. Like, I think she's good, but she's still.
for me, she's becoming more interesting. Okay,
Well, okay,
I feel like she's more interesting.
I'll tell you the reason why I think Cammy is boring, right?
Okay.
It's because it's really hard to individualize yourself with that character. Everything, like, she can't style on anybody. She just
Ooh,
doesn't
I
have
heard
anything
this
fun.
recently. Oh, I think I heard somebody else say this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, they feel like there's no separation of characters. Specifically in Street Fighter V.
Okay.
Well, a lot of the characters, not most of the characters. Because they feel like it's so hard to differentiate yourself. Like, a Ryu player from another Ryu player. You're just looking at a Ryu player. You know most of their options.
I don't think I agree with that.
No?
Yeah, I just like, I'm never gonna see Cammy do anything that's gonna make me go, ooh, you know what I mean? It's just like, okay,
And that's what you want from a character.
I've seen that. Like, I just want to have the ability to do something fun.
With Cammy or with any character?
With any character. It's just I happen to use Cammy, who's super boring, right?
Look, I mean, it should be the case that you have characters that are like interesting to different people for different reasons.
Right? Yeah.
Of course, I don't feel like I need to play every character, but I do feel like there are some characters that have the potential for being really interesting, and then they just decided to like not make Fang's poison better, to slow him down or whatever, or they decided to like keep Zangief's V-trigger level 1 spin -6. You can punish it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Why?
I mean, like
things like that. Like it's there. Like all you got to do is make some slight changes, and you can make these fun
what
characters.
if that made him too good?
Well, you don't want him to be too good, but I would rather have him be interesting and then like kind of nerf the non-interesting things if they needed to.
Nerf the
Yeah,
non-interesting things?
Yeah, I don't want to have his yeah, sure.
Dude,
if there's some boring stuff.
Oh my god! Wait.
Look.
The nerf the wait.
If in order to make the character interesting, you got to make the boring stuff a little bit worse, then that seems like a fine trade-off to me.
Like, for example,
What?
What is happening right now?
I don't understand the problem with that.
I
What's
would
wrong with that?
actually like to make it so that
What's the problem with that?
I would actually like to make. So here's a perfect example, right? I would like to make Cammy overall weaker, just to let her hooligan grab crouching people.
Why?
Because then she would be an interesting character. She has this dynamic where she can play footsies, but then has this sort of grappler factor to it. I'm trying to turn her into Super Turbo Cammy. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't need to be that, but
Yeah,
although
but-
I get it, I certainly understand.
Yeah, because there's something interesting about that design.
Well, I definitely prefer that design too. But like I said, I don't think that it needs to be the case that I find everybody interesting. That's fine.
No, that's true. I mean, part of, and we talked about this all the time. I pick characters based 100% off of how they look.
Sure.
How they play falls by the wayside.
Right.
It does not matter how they play
Right.
after I've already said
Right, yeah, no.
that I like this character. But what if, like I said, what if maybe people pick their characters 100% based off how they play, so they're going to have to
This
touch
guy.
these other characters. You know what I'm saying? They have to touch these other characters to make sure that that's what they want in a character. But like I said, do you go up from
Yeah,
there?
I think that's a good, like.
I'd rather go up, yeah.
Someone said about Cammy, like she only literally has one approach, which is like EX dive kick. Outside of that, she's just
She has
walking
great walk
forward
speed.
the
Yeah, I
time.
mean, she has
Right.
two approaches.
Right, but okay, one approach that everybody else doesn't already have, which is walk
yeah.
forward, right? So that's just the thing, is she just doesn't have anything that stands her out as a character from anybody else. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
She's just, everything that she has that everybody else has is just slightly better, which is what makes her super good, right? So she has slightly better poke, she has slightly better walk speed, she has slightly better damage, you know. Except her,
I think
except her
she's
V skill,
becoming
which is
more
garbage.
interesting.
So.
I think, put it like this, I see, for example, I see players like Alex Myers play Cammy.
Yeah.
And it makes me really, I'm like, yo, wow.
I think it's kind of interesting sometimes.
Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at him
I'm with you.
walk right next to you and then walk out and you hit a button. I feel like that's as much as a part of the character as
Oh,
in
yeah.
her only having those approaches, because that makes those things stand out that much more, because not every character is going to be able
Yeah.
to do that.
I mean,
that
she has
effectively.
great
Dude,
damage.
you watch me
output.
play, all I do is shimmy people. That's like all I can do
Yeah.
with that character, you know. But it's
Yeah,
like,
I think she's interesting in the sense that she has the dive kick approach, which is really rare in Street Fighter V, and she has the best great damage game. So that's cool. Like, if you want to abuse that system, which I would love to be able to do more, you do that with Cammy. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. I think that's fine.
yeah.
But I guess that's it. So I don't expect Street Fighter games to be wild. It hasn't been
don't.
like that since Alpha
Yeah,
3.
yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't
Alpha
at
3
all.
was like 20 years ago. It's not going to be like that again. Since then, CVS 2 was like not that wild. Had some stuff.
CVS 2 was kind of crazy.
No way.
I don't think so,
No.
really.
I mean, just because the characters like Hibiki, and then you had like 6 different systems, so it's like I have to learn how to fight against Just Defend.
But it wasn't
I
like-
have to
There was a lot of
fight
stuff,
against
but that
Dodge,
was-
you know.
But
Yeah,
it wasn't
sure.
like,
was
stuff
complicated.
coming from the ceiling or
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
like I feel like the system, I don't think it was crazy only because
What about
everybody
Choi
had
and
access
Chang?
to that system. Choi and Chang, I mean, I think that was like a cool character,
Yeah,
but
it was.
they didn't, there was no one character I felt like did something in a groove better than another character. I mean, let me clarify. That didn't make sense. I'm saying that I knew what was happening regardless of what character was in the groove. So if you pick A groove, I knew what you were going to go for regardless of what character you were going to play.
yeah.
If you're playing in A groove, I know what C groove or whatever the case
Right,
may be.
right,
And you're going down the line. And I felt like that's what made that game evolve into what it is, because by the end of the life cycle of CVS2, everybody was playing like K. Everybody was playing K. You still have the people.
K and A.
Yeah, K and A. Because you still had people to
uh-huh.
play the A Groove Associates, of course, but then you had like the people that like were so sure in their gameplay that they were gonna run K Groove. So I feel like applying that to other games, I feel like people don't know that that's what made that game so good. Like, I think people like CVS2 for what it did gameplay wise, but I look at CVS2 and I get hyped just thinking about the fact that they gave you 6 different grooves
Yeah,
to
it's
play
cool.
all these different characters, and you're playing the character in the groove, not the groove in the character. Like, that was what stood out to me about CVS2.
So anyway, I just don't think that Street Fighter games are going to be crazy,
They're
and,
not
and,
supposed to.
and that's fine.
Uh-huh.
I feel it's not going to be Killer Instinct. That's fine. It shouldn't be. It should be its own thing. But that said, I still feel like that it's strange to put in a character like Urien and Laura and whatever, but also have characters that you sort of denude, like you do with Fang, or like Mika. Or a Zangief or whatever that like has very interesting potential and isn't necessarily bad. There's a good character still, but except for Fang. But that you are like on the cusp of making kind of like wild and interesting, but then you just like don't do it. I don't know. I can't like reconcile how that works. So I like the fact that there's a Urien in there, but I do feel like many of the other characters are like kind of milk toast vanilla. Like they're kind of like, they're like there's something left on the table, I guess.
I think.
Whereas like if even when I'm going back to Q, okay, Q's bad, but he has.
Q's bad.
Yeah, but like I still have like a command grab that does 30% damage on most characters or more. I still have like cool corner traps. Like I can taunt in a way that is unique, and then I have 50% more life. You know, like he still has like these. Even though he's not good, he has like these weird things, and all characters do in Third Strike. Again, even though it's not a crazy game, it's like I feel like it's more just like unique and
it's a lot more
fun.
It's a lot more grounded on the character than it is on everything else.
I just feel like SF5 kind of misses that, and at the same time you have games that are all the other games basically have some wild stuff. Gear is definitely like that. Killer Instinct definitely like that. MKX is a pile of nonsense.
Yeah.
I really like those games. You know, I feel like that. I guess it's not that I want Street Fighter to be like that because it's not going to be, but I feel like they almost made that like a half of that or some percentage of that, and then they didn't do it.
I think the thing that really hurts it the most right now is the fact that in season 2 a lot of the fun things got nerfed, right? So
yeah,
like
that is definitely why I'm thinking about this.
Right,
yeah, for sure.
and then just even the uppercut nerf, right?
Yeah.
Like I just didn't feel like that was the right thing to do.
Now more characters play more similarly when they're waking up because you don't have meterless.
It's the exact same thing, and like I said, I would have rather had more uppercuts.
So I have a question. I have a question. How does your idea apply to Pokken tournament?
Pokken is pretty nuts.
Okay, so
isn't it? I mean, it is.
I don't know. Like
really, I feel like there's unblockable setups and there's like really weird stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
it is really crazy.
Like assists in that game can be very strong, and you can have really strong setups with them. And you know, the weaker characters are characters that less frequently get to do whatever their like wild strong stuff is. So.
I mean, I know exactly what you mean.
And I don't need that level of craziness in a Street Fighter game, but I do think it sucks that there are characters that they put in that have more wild stuff, wildish, and at the same time they took away some wildish stuff from other characters or didn't put it in the first place. So I don't know. Disappointing. I would like to see just a little bit more like fun and juiciness in there.
Zaniness?
A little bit of zaniness.
Some Looney Tunes, some Freakazoid, that's what you want?
Everybody likes Freakazoid.
Everybody does like Freakazoid. And that was a bad example because I wanted that to go in the wrong side of feeling good. So that's my fault.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
like what it some people are asking in the chat, would it make it so that the casual audience would be less interested if it was
I mean, if it's too
nazier?
zany, if it's too
zany, a lot of people are going to check out.
I feel like that's part of why other games are not as popular casually.
Right, but
it's hard to just jump in and see people air dashing everywhere. And
yeah, but I mean, even with like Armika, like the Nadeshko thing was such a cool idea as well. The Irish
that was really cool.
Super cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a wrestler.
And that's why
cool.
I thought she was really cool. And she just had these really unique things. And I really hate the Irish whip change. Like
it sucks. It sucks.
That one bothers me so much.
Yeah.
So.
Like like for balancing, it makes her less strong.
It makes her less strong. But you could have
made other things less strong instead of the fun thing.
Right. Look, right? That in all honesty, as a Mika player, like the Irish whip thing does not bother me that much. The fact that it does not get in the corner every time. Now I do feel like what we saw earlier when I was like she was in the corner and she just like falls and I'm like, now see that's stupid. That's dumb. But like them changing her neutral mid screen, not a bad thing. And I agree with people. She was way too strong in that neutral area, being able to get to instantly push you to.
Yeah, I understand.
She was strong here and she was stronger here, and part of her being strong here was the fact that she was able to push you where she's stronger. Like that's stupid.
But see, that's why I was saying like you shouldn't have nerfed the Irish whip. You should nerf her corner carry. That's how I felt about it. So.
Well, I mean, if you did that, Mika as a character kind of goes like down. Like the fact that you can push to the corner and still get crazy stuff is okay, because then when you're fighting somebody, they're saying, well, I have to deal with this part. I don't have to deal with that because I'm not going to let her win here or there. But in season 1, it was legit like, well, she's strong here and she's going to put me over there where she's stronger. What do I do about that?
So someone in the chat actually says that Nemo was saying in the last Beast TV that he wanted to keep playing Claw, but everything he found fun about Claw was taken away. So now he loves Yuri and he loves and he's having a ton of fun.
Sure, I get that. I think the claw changes are disappointing. They could have made the different stances more unique. You know, they could have like made it so that there's like the clear offense one and the clear zoning one, and one isn't like clearly better, but still most claw players are taking off the claw like as soon as they can, and they're just like playing the same style. They made the sweep worse mid-screen.
Right.
I don't know. It's like weird and unfortunate kind of changes, like less fun.
I'm looking at it completely different. Like, I'm looking at the character changes, and I feel like I've always been a person to say when they make these characters, they have a specific way they want them to play.
That's probably true.
And even if I don't like the way they want those characters to play, like, maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Like, I never put my shortcomings as a player with a character on anybody else except for me.
Well, I'm with you on that.
I think about, like, oh, maybe I'm not playing this the right way.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's like, I look at other games and I try to apply that to any game that I play. Like, that's why I play the games I play. Like, I look at certain things. I'm like, oh, well, they obviously wanted this character to be able to do these things this much better. Like some of the Alex changes. I don't think Alex is that bad in season 2.
Oh, no,
I don't think he's that bad either.
I
think it's strange as they nerfed him at all, but I think it's...
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not bad.
I think, like, what they did is they kind of accentuated, like, the way he... Like, I think now he plays a little more like a third strike character.
Uh-huh.
Like, he has, like, these weird setups where he wants you to freeze up, where he... Stun gun headbutt is an option. But even more so, you freeze up on that, you still have stomp. And then it homes better. So now you're thinking, like, okay, what is he trying? What does he want me to do at this point with Alex as a character? And I'm like, oh, they want you to fight in the... Alex can do the same thing no matter where he is on the screen. It does not matter. And I think that's dope. But even more so, let's just say you're aware that you understand that Alex wants you to freeze up. He wants you to stand there and get hyper bomb. He wants you to freak out and try to jump out when he's doing all this stuff. And that's the game. That's the game that you avoid with that character. But on the same note, you are playing Laura or whatever the case may be. And I feel like all that goes into playing the game. Playing that game is based around... One, making sure you're optimizing with the character and you're playing him the right way, but also stopping the other person from getting to play that game. And for me, that's what makes the game fun. I picked my character already. I know what my fun is.
Right.
You know? So I feel like the other part is being like, hey, how much fun am I going to let you have before I, have my fun and win?
I don't really care about what the developer wants the characters to play as.
Okay.
I want to decide that as the player.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like I want them to have like a
Well-
like give me like a set of options. Like here, give me a set of
You know what? I'm
colors,
just gonna
and
say-
then I'm gonna create the painting.
I'll
Right?
tell
I don't
you
want
this-
I don't want to color in the
I will
lines.
tell you-
I don't want to have a color book where I color. No, I want the colors and I want the paint
Look,
myself.
I'm just gonna say one
That's
thing.
what I want.
I'm just gonna say one
But you
thing.
are painting.
No. Hang on a second. I'm just saying one thing.
But you are painting.
MVC2 Sentinel. Perfect example right there. He was not designed to be the fastest character in the game.
Nope.
He was designed to be slow and damaging, and then in MVC, and then because the players figured out how to fly cancel and unfly, he became like the fastest character.
I like
and they
that.
found this weird glitch where he can fly
Oh, the
unfly, and I was
unfly,
like, yeah. So he became a different character. So people made the character
Yeah. Like, I don't-
opposite of what he was
But do
supposed
you
to be.
really
Yeah.
and truly believe?
I don't care
And
about
if-
developer
if-
intention that much.
If they play like this, let's just say we fast forward time, Marvel 2 came out fucking at the end of this year,
Okay.
and Sentinel played that way. Do you really think they would let that rock? Do you really
Probably
think?
not. They
You
could
know
change
they
it.
wouldn't let that rock.
Gotcha, yeah,
They'd be
they
like, whoa,
probably
this
gotcha.
dude is moving too fast and he's killing the rocket punch dead.
Yeah.
Unblockable when you're coming in.
And then
Come on,
and then
dude.
his freaking normals wouldn't chip anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
armor and
I
all that
100%.
Kick, fly,
Yeah,
unfly,
you know-
kick, fly,
you
unfly,
You know what they would
kick,
do?
kick,
They would
Come
say,
on,
"Oh,
come
I
on,
accidentally sent you guys a paint set. What I meant to send was a coloring book where you color within the lines.
my
Here's the
God.
lines." No, I don't care about that stuff. I would rather have strength, and of course, each character has to have like its general game plan. Send me like the sort of like color palette that I get to decide what to do with.
It sounds like you're
You know
trying
what
to
I mean?
play an old wrestling game where you create your own wrestler
No, I
and
don't
then
want
make them
that.
fight against like Stone
That's
Cold.
not- that's
Like
not-
I want to make Ultra David
No,
versus
see,
Stone
I
Cold
just
Steve
want,
Austin.
I just want interesting enough options that I get to make interesting decisions, and that I'm not hamstrung by them taking out interesting things or not putting in interesting things in the first
Sounds
place.
like you want to play a character you think is cool the way you want to play him.
Yes. I do want to play the way I want to play. That's right.
But what
It's like, as in with all art, I don't care about the intentions of the person who makes like a song or whatever. Screw it. It's on me to interpret it however I want. That's right. It's me, not the person who makes stuff.
But you've already accepted said artist. You're saying, well, hey, artist, I accept your work, but I don't accept the part of your work that I don't enjoy.
No, I'm just gonna interpret it however I want.
That's the same thing.
Whatever, man.
Hey, what I really meant to say was, I like you, David. Well, I don't think you like
It's
me.
on me.
So,
I
yeah.
can do it.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, that's what I prefer. I don't. Again, I don't expect Street Fighter games to have that kind of like extreme freedom in the game in the way that like a Marvel game does or whatever. But I do feel like they went on the underside of that a little too much.
Yeah, I just think they erred on the side of caution a little too much. And
Yeah.
the Street Fighter V, I'm worried about it because they're trying so hard to make sure the game appeals to newcomers and casuals. But the problem with it is that's good. I'm glad they're doing that. That's the correct thing to do. But I think the wrong mindset is that they think that there's a correlation between some craziness and barrier of entry.
I think it is a correlation. I think it's a direct correlation.
But see, I don't know about that because like they're trying to do that. But last time I played online, all I did was fight Urian. There's like 1,900 Urians online now because he's easy to play.
Crouching medium kick was +2 unblocked, dude. Why not
And
do it?
EX charging the
He has an X factor, dude.
Dude, EX charging the V trigger is like the best thing in the world, right? So here's the thing, right? He's easy to play, but he's also crazy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, he's awesome.
There's a way to do that, but the problem is there's this thought process that making someone with basic options makes them easier to play, and I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? I think that I don't think that they're related to each other. This goes back to my execution argument again. I don't think lowering execution makes it so that games are easier to get into. You have to lower the entry level execution, but keep the high level execution there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Melee is the perfect
That's fine.
example of that,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I
mean, and when Pinoy says that you entice casuals with content, she's totally right.
yeah.
So if Street Fighter V is intending to entice casuals, then they would poop that bad. That's for sure.
So
Because there's no content. Well, there's a story mode, and we've seen
Right.
how fantastic those visuals are.
So, I think when it comes to, like you say, I know you don't care what the developer thinks. I know you. I know you don't.
Correct.
I'm thinking that they're treating this very much, even though it's a full game, and I blame this on just the sign of the times and being able to patch and do whatever you want. They're treating this as a trial. Like, even though we're playing this game, I very much feel like this game is still in beta. Like, this is not the final form of this game.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah,
final
yeah.
form of this game for the time being.
Oh,
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I mean, so like, and a lot of times, and I guess that's a cop out on my part, but when introduced and they're like, yo, man, these changes, this is that and the other. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still like really tight, especially about the Nash changes. I don't know why they threw that guy under a bus like that. But
What do you do with Nash now? I don't
like,
know.
what do you do? Like,
don't
I
know.
don't understand. But on the same note, like, I feel like they operate under the timetable that they have more time than maybe they actually do, because people might lose interest because of this content or lack thereof. I think that they're pushing towards a final product that will be a culmination of everything.
Hopefully so.
The devs are just adhering to the lore with Nash. Every season he's just going to get weaker because his resurrection time is running out, right? So he's just like...
You don't think you can just resew
I'm gonna
new parts
bludgeon
onto his
you
body?
with this trophy.
You
I
know,
think that's what
I
you
feel
do.
like if you've been resurrected once, you can just do it again, right?
Well, that's the thing, is
Why
like,
not?
you're
What's the barrier?
resurrected once,
Back in the game.
Like, you're a zombie, he can't really eat food.
No, you
he
just
heal
sew-
himself.
You really want to do this? You want to do this right now? Is that the game you want to play?
That's all. If your eyes fall out, you just get a new eye, right? I feel like being a zombie and like healing yourself is easier than for a non-zombie.
Nah, man.
Why? You just put the eye back in.
Nah,
you did it once, why don't you just do it the second time? I don't know. It seems simple to me.
This is, man.
Anyway.
Have you, man? Okay, you know what? We can't do this right now. I was about to start talking about zombies.
You know I haven't seen the story mode, so
I haven't seen the story mode.
Oh, the
okay.
story mode doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't explain anything.
That actually bothers me. That the story mode has no bearing on anything.
I'm kind of
Dude,
surprised
the
you
story mode.
because you tend to be like a.
I'm
lore
a
guy.
big story guy.
Yeah,
but the
but
thing
the-
is about
but-
it is the
Necalli-
Street Fighter story makes no sense.
Necalli turns in.
I'm
Was
gonna
a
hit
sheep.
you. Don't do it.
He was a sheep and turned into a puddle and then turned into Necalli. Like,
Yeah,
seriously, that's actually happens. He's a sheep, he goes into a puddle,
Okay.
and then he forms into Necalli.
Really?
Yeah, and then later on, he's a puddle and he forms into Necalli.
Is
and
he
then-
like the T-1000?
I don't know.
Didn't you play story mode?
Yeah, and that's all it was. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why? And then eventually, Ryu, to overcome the Satsui no Hado, defeats, like, Necalli, and then, like, things glow blue, and then he's like, oh, I'm powered up. And then, like, what? Like, what is Necalli? He was a sheep.
Is he a dream? Is
It
he
was
like
a
It said
dream
that she
sequence.
was-
Yeah.
Come on,
For
man.
real?
You
The
guys
dream
are ruining
sequence?
it.
Oh, obviously it's terrible.
But I don't care. I want to know.
Okay, fair
Okay,
enough,
well,
fair
then
enough.
why haven't you played it yet?
Because I heard it's bad.
The time runs out.
No, you don't have to tell me that the Udon Street Fighter comics are good. I actually read the Udon Street Fighter comics. I actually have a bunch of the collected novels.
Did you like Revelator story mode?
I mean, I like Revelator story mode. It kind of got off rails, but it's still better than most story modes in
it
games.
was really good.
Like
but you don't even play it though. It's
You don't
just
even
a
play it.
story.
You're just watching
Right,
it.
yeah.
But the fact that the story is there for you to understand that much of the game, and they've been up with this the entire time. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like any game's gonna derail after 20 years of telling the same story.
What about Mortal Kombat?
Dude,
Well,
A little bit
Mortal
different.
Kombat
They
10
rebooted it.
storyline
Okay,
was stupid.
yeah, you're right.
Annihilation was stupid.
But they
Well,
did
the
reboot
movies.
it with 9.
Oh, not
Yeah,
the
they
movie.
rebooted with 9, and then
Armageddon, that's
everybody
right.
thought that the MKX kind of story was kind of dumb. Right?
Yeah,
The MKX story was dumb. But
Yeah.
9,
I thought it was
I
not
was
great,
hype as
but
shit.
yeah, 9 was good.
Dude, I was watching 9 and people were like, yeah, MKX story was good. I'm like, no, it wasn't. You're lying. It
Yeah.
wasn't. I'm sorry. It was stupid. And they recycled a bunch of fight scenes from movies, and it actually kind of pissed me off. I was watching it and I was like, this is from The Matrix. Why would they do this? This is from like Naruto.
What about the one where, like, the Batman thing where they're fighting in the subway, but it's like up above ground? I forget which one that was.
Oh, Batman Begins, right?
Begins?
Where he fights Ra's al Ghul
Yes,
on the
that was
subway.
against
subway,
yeah.
yeah.
And they did that with Johnny and whatever. It was like at the very start. I get it. It wasn't fantastic, but it was like much better than Street Fighter.
Oh, it was hella better. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 10 story was godlike though. It was 9. Sorry, 9.
Yeah.
9 was really good.
Yeah,
Like,
and like Injustice was alright. I don't know. It's whatever. To me, it doesn't matter that much. But anyway, strong games are cool. Strong options are cool. It's all. It's the end of my discussion.
Yeah. Look.
dude, you better not eat that apple core.
Oh,
while
he's
I'm
a.
here.
Well,
I am
if he
gonna
does it,
fight
he's
you.
gonna get sick. So look,
Here's the hammer. Bam.
I feel like.
That's the gavel.
Can you leave before you eat it in the bathroom? The apple core. That's
What's
gross.
your
man.
problem?
Dude, that's gross, man. It's like watching a dog eat his own poop, dude. Nobody wants to see that, man. I don't want to see you eat an apple core. That's disgusting. The way he's looking, he's like, I'm definitely gonna eat this apple core right in front of you. Anyways.
All right, I don't think there's anything left to talk about. Let's talk about some events that took place over this weekend, shall
Sure.
we? Or do you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break and we'll
Okay.
come back with actual stuff.
Okay, all right, guys, we'll be right back.
Hi, what's up, everybody? How's it going? We're back with the Tuesday show. What do we got? We're going to talk about the Co-op Cup or the KIT? Or what do we got here?
Co-op?
Either one.
Co-op Cup.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Actually, you know what? I saved. Someone actually on Reddit posted up this really cool post on this weekend's event stuff. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
tournament recap.
Oh, very nice.
So let's pull this up here and take a look at it.
Cool. Oh, all the major tournaments, huh?
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, what site is this?
And this is on
This is Reddit.
reddit.com
Someone actually just did this,
r
yeah.
slash Street Fighter.
I never read
Ooh.
Reddit. That's cool.
Yeah. So like, let's do.
Oh, yeah, I'm
this.
subscribed to the Street Fighter Reddit.
Let's see if
Shout outs
it'll
to
show
them.
up
They
here.
do some nice
here we
work.
go. Oops. Oh, that's right, because that camera's dead right now. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we
can't
don't have
see
the side
us.
cameras right now.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, that's fine.
You might as well just. I don't know. I wouldn't want to taint it. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Well, James, you're looking disgruntled.
I want to say it so bad. I want to say it. I'm not going to say it though, but I want to say it. All right, let's go.
Children. I'm working with children.
Oh shit, David's running off of me. He's like rubbing off of me now.
Okay. So Kumite in Tennessee.
Hey, all right. Okay, we'll do KIT first.
Yeah, so Kumite in Tennessee. Here is the top 8 for Street Fighter.
Well, what I'm worried about is this only Street Fighter results because it's on our Street Fighter.
It's definitely only Street Fighter results.
Street Fighter 5 specifically.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Butts.
Oh, okay. All right, then I will do the regular one then. Let's see if I can find the regular one. So.
Okay, all right. Well, in the meantime, we can just introduce, I guess, KIT. Because
Yeah, sure.
that's what we're doing first.
You guys were there.
We were
so
indeed.
Talk about
Steve
it.
and I were at KIT. Well, Steve, that's going to be more on you because I was either down in the tournament hall commentating or immediately right back up at the room trying to recuperate and get as much rest as possible. So I didn't really get like the KIT experience, I would say.
So we kind of talked about it on stream, and I was talking about it with Jono, who he's from Texas.
Yeah.
Young commentator. I did a bunch of Street Fighter 5 commentary with him, as with Donkey. Or what do you call him? What do you call him? Donka. I say Donkey. He says Donka. Anyways,
it's thank you in German.
That's what it means. So it's Donka.
Yeah, Donka. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the way Newton's on Dankeschön.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dankeschön.
News to me. All right, Donka it is. Anyways, so I did a lot of commentary with those guys, and I was expressing to them how nice it is to be at a major in the Midwest and a largely unrepresented place for the most part. And on top of that, KIT was one of the, if not the first place I actually did commentary for the first time.
Dang.
So going back and seeing it, and this was years ago, to be this grand thing inside of a hotel, and they had a whole hall, and they had a bunch of organizers. Shout outs to Panda X Gaming for running the stream. Ian did an amazing job, and of course he had a lot of help as well. But just the fact of being able to see these local players as well as these countrywide players come to play these guys and get this new experience and talking to play, like seeing Squall for the first time and meeting him and watching him play, like I was super impressed.
Oh yeah.
That as well goes for like DOA, the KI. KI had great representation there.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat was amazing.
That was a really good tournament.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was
really good
amazing. Like
Yeah.
everything was really good there. Everything was good to watch. The atmosphere was really good, and it's a very intimate tournament. Like
That's true.
It's not one. It's not like a tournament you go to or like
It was
an
it
SCR.
was like a small tournament. Yeah, I mean, cause
Yeah.
like
It was old school.
that was how it felt when me and Sejam went to Rewired. Actually, it was like very much the same
Yeah,
kind of
it's an
feeling.
like, you know how
thing,
tournaments
yeah.
used to feel?
Exactly.
Like it wasn't like some tournaments, and this is great. Some tournaments have become kind of conventions as much as tournaments.
Yes.
Or you know, you can really feel like the show side of it as opposed to just like let's hang out and play video games and we're gonna watch people play video games. Like that's really what KIT was, and I love that. I love that there are still events, many events. I love that there are events like that. You know, it's a different kind of feel, and it's something that it's like I want to maintain it. You know,
it feels really nice, and it still had the very professional, like, hey, production side was really well. They had these handmade trophies, which are a staple of KIT.
Yeah, that was cool.
They're all made by hand. So
right.
it's like they're really, that's really an amazing thing. And I like the fact that these tournaments are starting to, they're bringing their own
flavor
to even if we are going to the point of being like super esports, those things are still staying intact.
Yes.
Like, and that's
Very
what
important.
I love about KIT.
Absolutely.
That was one of the things I love the most about KIT. Very reminiscent of, say, like,
I don't ever want that the small tournaments to go away. You know what I mean? I want there always to be, you know, the homegrown tournaments
Absolutely.
as well. So yeah, I agree with that.
So,
yes.
it felt really nice. Shout outs to the entire crew. Got to work with a lot. Oh, and that was another thing. I got to work with going to events like this. You get to work with other not well as known like streamers. You get to work with these
That's
people,
true.
and and these guys have like crazy work ethics, So it's like they like to get that experience of working with people who have done it a lot more. These experienced commentators, as well as on a platform where they get to show just how much they've learned, as well as taking in and getting kind of experience. So I like the fact that it's kind of like a nurtured situation where it's like we can give these guys a try, and that's just on the aspect of it being a production. As far as tournament goes, it was everything about it was really, really good. To be the first major tournament of the year, it was amazing. Like I really, really liked it. So shout outs to Kumite in Tennessee. Make sure you guys. I mean, I would love to go back again. It was a really good time.
Yeah. I'd actually like to experience Nashville area next time, rather than being sick in my room.
That's fine. It's like Final Destination right now. You've passed it on to say Jam, right? So now he's.
Is that how that works? I never watched those movies.
Yeah.
Oh, shout outs to Jonathan, Markel Lee. Those guys did a great job running a stream.
Panda X Gaming's Jonathan?
Yeah.
That guy is, Panda is super awesome, very professional, very good streamer. He organized it really well.
And those guys, man, they were putting in
Eli and Curry did excellent job on commentary. He definitely carried me through Marvel. That was sick. I did Marvel top 8.
Yeah, I know.
How about that?
Dude, I did DOA top 8, which was also actually pretty sick. I learned a lot about the game. I want to mess with it even more so.
I had a really good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, let's go over the top 8 results.
Alrighty.
I watched a lot of that Mortal Kombat, and I was just glad to see the character variety. It wasn't just alien.
No, it's not really like that anymore.
Right,
yeah.
exactly, and it was very exciting to me. Although, how long has Sonic Fox been using Triborg Sector now?
Probably since the latest patch.
Oh, really? Okay, so he has been
Which
using
was,
it.
I don't know, some months ago.
Okay. Well, the number 7 was Beyond Toxin from Team Noble and Yomi Forever King. Also was GTG Semige. How do you pronounce it? Semige, okay. And Noble Raptor. 4th place was Noble Illusions. Noble doing very well at this tournament. Yeah. 3rd was CR Wound Cowboy. 2nd place, once again, Noble Dragon. And 1st place, Echo Fox, Sonic Fox.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to the Echo Fox conversation.
Yeah, Echo Fox this is technically their 2nd win of the year, apparently, because Mewtwo King won something as well.
Sick.
So, yeah, but there you go.
It was a really good tournament. Lots of variety. It was Toxin's first time ever making top 8. He had made 5 top 9s in a row, something absurd like that.
Okay.
And this was Cowboy's 6th straight top 8. It was pretty crazy. Let's see. Illusions did, I think, the best he's ever done. Raptor now plays Hellfire Scorp, which is pretty crazy because he used to play Takeda. Which is a big
I was
shit,
happy to see Scorpion again.
Yeah, really cool. I feel like that character has some limitations, but he did really well with it for sure. It was really cool. And Dragon. So the best. I feel like
I was watching Noble Dragon. He was going.
Dude, he's so good.
He's good.
When he burst onto the scene at first and was doing well, it was seemingly a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's just using Tanya BS." You know, remember he's just doing
now he's
they
using alien BS.
But now he plays characters where you can really see the zoning aspect of it, really see the space control and footsies, and he's really good at that stuff. So, I feel like obviously Sonic Fox is the greatest. In MK, but I feel like Dragon and Scar are right neck and neck.
Oh no, they're definitely trading off.
Unfortunately, Scar could not make it. Scar had some health issues over the break.
Right, of course. And, he's had health issues for a while now.
He has, but it flared up and.
Did it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, and so he wasn't able to make it to KIT, which is unfortunate. But apparently he's recuperating. Before we leave MK, the Test Your Might scene had some slight drama recently. Oh, that's always happening, but it had more drama. Forever King put up his list of who do you think is the best 5 NRS players of all time?
Oh Jesus! Oh, we're gonna.
Obviously, he put himself in there.
Of course.
And I think it was Cowboy who was in there as well, or maybe it was Pig, or it was somebody. But obviously, Sonic Fox is the greatest. And when I posted in there, because I posted, I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know why you would do that.
I posted it's not even worth talking about a top 5 because there's a king on the top of the mountain who's so far above that if he looks at the rest of the top 5, they're invisible to him. Sonic Fox is so far ahead. It's not even relevant. Who else is below that? Also, I really like some of the old dudes in the NRS scene, but if you were only good in the MK9 days when the scene was like 50 total people,
sorry, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, and it was like a way worse, weaker scene.
Right.
That was not
Definitely
a strong time.
That was during the time when everyone's like, oh, well, these NRS players are lucky that Capcom players aren't playing.
That was a
this.
common sentiment.
Yeah, but that's not even the case anymore.
Yeah, nowadays there are actually strong players for sure.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, dude, MK9, I mean, some of those players were good and they're like, can be good at anything, but only like a tiny handful.
Small pond, man.
Yeah.
Calling them out, dude. Calling them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, anyway.
Wait, before we move on. Shout outs to Katana Prime.
Oh, yeah, of course.
On that sick Vaseline pickup. That's what I'm talking about, man. It was really cold out there, and I got some dry skin, and I was like, look, I need Vaseline. He was like, I got you. He delivered. Shout outs to Katana Prime. You know the drill.
I think there was supposed to have been a Tom Brady versus Sonic Fox MK9 match, but I guess Brady couldn't make it or something. So.
Really? Who do you think would have won that match?
Anyway, Street Fighter
Tom
5
Brady's
results.
a real fun guy.
Street Fighter 5 results here. Seventh place.
Look,
was
so before MKX came out, there was this Fatal 8 tournament, right? Which was like a pre-release event. And Tom Brady had been testing the game. And on day one of this Fatal 8 thing, by the end of the day, Sonic Fox was beating that guy.
I'm sorry to laugh so hard.
No, it was.
But why would you do this?
It was unfortunate. He's a real good guy. I like him a lot. He's a very fun guy, very nice guy in person.
Okay, 7th place was DCB Eli the Curry with Laura.
A sick Laura.
BXA Squall with Macaulay. Shout out to Squall because he was one of the guys.
Macaulay.
He was one of the people who made it to Red Bull Proving Grounds. And so I'm really glad to see him being successful here at this tournament as well. 5th place was VGP, Dr. African.
Yeah.
And as well as Donka. 4th place was Cammy
But
with
Donka Donk was
Macaulay.
hilarious. Somebody in chat posted that.
Nice. 4th place was Cammy with Macaulay. 3rd place was EGK Brad with Kami. Okay.
Kami. Like Dragon Ball, Kami.
Dude,
It's not helpful.
Alright, so 4th place was Vegeta with Macaulay. 3rd place was EGK Brad with Cammy. 2nd place, Pi Smug with Balrog. And 1st place, Wolf Crone with Laura.
And that was very close. What are you looking at my apple for?
You ate the core already.
He ate the core first.
The core is a social construct, man. It's not real. There's no actual middle.
Continue. I'm sorry. I apologize. He's so gross.
Well, you were staring at that thing. That thing was definitely the apple of your eye, right? So, anyways, K-Brad, not happy about...
he was
Wolf
definitely
Crone
not
winning.
happy about that.
Definitely not.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he bodied Wolf Crone 6 rounds straight in winners finals. Then he did not get the rematch because he lost to Smug, right?
But he didn't shake his hand.
Right.
Yeah.
There was no shakeage.
Oh, wait, no. That's right.
He lost to Wolf Crone.
Then he lost to Wolf Crone in the loser side. That's right.
He
Smug
lost
was the
3-0,
loser.
right? No,
Yeah,
it was 3-1.
I think 3-1, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So
it wasn't a rip.
But that was and dude, Wolf Crone looked more than happy to rub it into everybody.
Oh, you guys.
Did you just see his smile? Like, we could see it on the camera, like, after he won.
So I'm going to tell you guys something.
He was so happy, dude.
So I was doing commentary, right? And when all of this happened, and K-Brad walks up on the stage. And they switched the camera over to K-Brad and Wolf Crone up on the stage. Now, all you can see is K-Brad talking. But you couldn't really hear what he was saying. But, I mean, mannerism-wise, he was just like...
Okay.
Let's just say he was calling Mr. Wolf Crone all kinds of bums. I think that's...
Yeah.
He was kind of tight about that. I don't blame him.
I'm just continuing the tradition of Wolf Crone beating the EG guys and then being mad about it.
Oh, damn. But, I mean, like, didn't he accidentally taunt Smug or
He
something
definitely
like that?
accidentally.
It was definitely accidental, yeah. Yes,
I mean, his reaction was like, oh, I didn't mean to.
And then he laughed about it. And then, like
like,
when he
how
won the tournament,
you
the
accidentally
heartiest of
taunt?
laughs.
How
Because he maps multiple buttons to the top.
He has PPP and KKK.
Yeah.
Bah.
Not gonna add to the drama. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. 7th place, Ron Masama and Remy Martin. 5th place, Not Enough Damage and Dap Vip. 4th place, EGK Brad. 3rd place, Dual Kevin. 2nd place, Terry Bogard. 1st place, Joey D.
Joey D taking home his first Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
I didn't get a
rating.
chance to see any of this, but I heard it was exciting.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Definitely it
Room was
was.
going nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joey D was a big fan favorite over there,
Okay.
which was cool. Yeah, it was his first time winning a major. Pretty sick. Terry Bogard in grand finals. He was dominating the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Accidentally paused, so he lost that game.
Jeez, okay.
Then he won the second game handily and the third game handily. So it
Oh,
could have
okay.
been 3-0.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
And he was in the winners. But then Joey D won 2 more games, so he reset, and then he blew up Terry in the second set.
Oh no.
So like that was the closest, shouldn't have even happened,
Right.
major win
Oh,
ever.
no.
But like
Oh,
you know,
no.
but shout out to Joey D because in the second set he did super well.
Yeah, this is true.
He did super well. So it wasn't like he barely squeaked by at the start, but then he took advantage of the mistake
Okay.
by Terry, and he
Okay.
was like super legit after.
Oh yeah, so I saw some people
It's good.
kind of commenting on it for Street Fighter 5. What do you think about 3 Lauras in top 8?
Yeah,
I mean,
Well,
everybody pretty much
Actually,
agrees.
there's only
that
2
Laura's really
Lauras there. There's only 2 Lauras there, so never mind.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
he's just clearly strong. So was Nikali. So was Balrog and Cammy. You know.
Okay.
That's what
Smash
you're gonna
Brothers Wii U, the Reflex Wonder, Dog with Hips in 7th place. 5th place, Sonito and Ketsen. 4th place, Wrath. 3rd place, Pug West. 2nd place, Anti. 1st place, DeBuzz.
do. Ooh, the
good.
buzz.
Ooh, the buzz.
With KI.
Yeah.
Man, KI was
7th
hype.
place
It was
Shit.
really good,
was
dude.
Young Cam the Star and Moxie. 5th place was Hilm Keith and Pink Diamond. 4th place, Sickle. 3rd place, Circa Nikki. 2nd place, UA Base. 1st place, BH Thompson.
Yo,
That
KI
was really
was
good.
hype.
Yeah, it was really fun to
Yo,
watch.
shout outs to Base for running that Cinder.
You know it's
I
all
see you,
about
baby.
that bass. Dead or Alive, 5th place, Spider123 and Lady Kohaku, who you did commentary with,
Yeah.
right? 5th place was Hilm Keith and How did that happen? Did it scroll down on me? 5th place was Memphis Legends and Reese Havoc. 4th place, Cold Pierce AJ. 3rd place, Lucky Loops. 2nd place, Sonic Fox. And 1st place, SRM Hoodless TK.
Mm-hmm.
Revelator. 7th place was Raph, TX, and Doza. 5th place was Evil Fox and Hime Cut. 4th place, Kim Jong Phil. 3rd place, Zensen. 2nd place, Mr. K. And 1st place, Dot Nova with, oh my god, there was some, I watched some of this.
I watched it too. Yeah.
And there was those parts where it was Leo in the corner
Yep.
and like 90 things on top
Yeah,
of him.
just the
dude.
houses were
That's
in.
your character,
dudes
man.
going- I know.
That is
Houses
so annoying,
and,
man.
and minions, and it was just like all you heard was block noises. Ping, 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 ping,
It
ping,
looked
ping,
super
ping,
annoying.
ping, 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 ping,
So
ping.
annoying.
And then that one round that Dot Nova took it by exploding everything.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah. You know
That
how
was-
that worked.
that
Yeah,
was
that's
messed
so
up.
dumb.
Yeah.
That was
God,
messed
man.
up,
He
dude.
even instant killed. It was so crazy. He did like the super instant kill. Oh, dude.
It was really fun to watch.
Oh man, Pokken, 7th place, Leafeon and Raisin Ryu. 5th place was Cyanide and Thulius. 4th place, Scats. 3rd place, HBA Roxo. 2nd place, Oroboro, just one. And
Dang,
1st
4
place,
characters.
SQ1 Slipping Bug.
With
Oh,
Pikachu
Thulius made
Libre.
top 8 of Evo.
Melee, Kendo 64, Kimchi in 7th, Wolven and Super Fang Chan in 5th. 4th place, Denzo. 3rd place, Daredev 1. 2nd place, Pikachat. And 1st place, The Score. Not a lot of the higher known players there.
Indeed.
Tekken Tag, I'll just do top 4. Nico, Exalted, Ace Unlimited, and Joey Fury.
Joey Fury.
Oh, dang. Donka won King of Fighters?
Yep.
Yeah,
He
apparently
actually
did really
called
well.
it. He told me, he was like, yeah, I'm
did.
going to win KOF.
He said that the day before.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't even know he was that into KOF.
I guess.
I mean, it makes sense that Terry Bogard plays a lot of KOF,
Sure.
right? I mean, it
Sure.
makes sense there. But
yeah, he was saying that like people weren't even getting through to this arena.
Yep.
Omega Tom Hanks, nice. I like that.
Genius.
Blaze Blue was Donka, Seikin, Master Steph, and Dot Nova. So Dot Nova won both
Yep.
Arxis games that weekend.
Couldn't stop him.
Shout outs to that.
Okay.
All right, KIT. It was a fun event. It was a good event. First major of the year, I guess.
Yeah, first season 2.
Yeah, that's right. For SF5. And then Cooperation Cup also happened.
Yes.
The Cooperation Cup is a big time Third Strike team tournament that happens over in Japan. And yeah, it's always always a blast to watch because the players over there have not stopped playing, and the people in the US and elsewhere who have not stopped playing, many of them travel over to
Duralav and Arliss were both there.
We had some American reps, for sure.
And
well,
they did pretty well.
There was a lot more American
Nika,
players.
Nika KO was there.
Oh.
They had a whole New York team.
Yeah, Mutant XP was there. Frankie 3S from the New York area
What?
was there.
I didn't know
not
that.
old school Frankie 3S.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, there's two
Different
Frankie
guy.
3S's, which is.
I mean, his
weird.
name is Frankie, and he just thought it'd be funny to call himself Frankie 3S after the original.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
okay. So it was actually directly a read.
For sure.
Okay.
But yeah, so there were Americans there.
But, dude,
they might not figure in prominently in the final results that we might go over, but you know what? Shout outs to them.
Like it
Shout outs to them.
was pretty.
Farai
exciting,
was
though.
there. Let Blood Run was there. A couple of
Yeah.
SoCal heads
Man.
from Ancient to Go.
It's just a lot of fun to watch it because I mean, look, I'm not the biggest fan of the game playing it wise, but I've never denied that Third Strike is fun to watch. Right, Third Strike is probably one of the more fun. Only if it was FFA in Japan, right?
The very strong players.
Yeah. If it involved only like Justin Wong, then it's just like Chun-Li sitting there and doing nothing. And
Yeah, I mean, Chun-Li definitely can be.
Mm-hmm.
She can seem boring, but she's such a strong footsies
that's
character.
last year's right
if you
there.
like footsies, then that should be something interesting to you. Like she has such cool and fun and varied footsies. It's not just crouching medium kick. She makes use of all the buttons. It's really cool.
Man, I was watching Third Strike Chun-Li. Like, I feel like I should say new Third Strike Chun-Li because some of the options they were using I had never seen before.
Dude, there was someone did a new reset with Yun that I had never seen before.
Really?
That someone actually tweeted. It was like, launch him in the air. He did this is mid-screen reset. He did super jump roundhouse like this, and it hits him, and then Yun lands over here, and then he does towards Fierce back to this side, and
the
it hit
cross
on
up,
the
yeah.
other
Oh,
side.
I've seen that before,
Popped him,
yeah.
and then he did it. I was like, dude, that thing was dirty.
Yep,
dude.
I've seen
So-
that. Yeah.
But no, it was really exciting to watch. There's the pre-tournament, obviously, with the characters, which Ken actually won for the first time. Ken had never won that tournament before.
Oh, really?
It had always been different characters than that. So yeah, the Ken players were super happy about that. They were like, yes, we finally did it.
Yeah.
But then the actual tournament came down to... this was like some joke. I forgot. They explained what the inside joke for the team name is.
Okay, I didn't even know what the team names were, but okay.
Yeah. But that team was largely dominated by Tominaga's Makoto.
Makoto.
Who like OCV'd like MOV, like Momochi, and like all those guys.
They didn't do as well as people had thought.
Where is it? This team.
Yeah,
like,
they were a little bit farther down.
Yeah, he I think he OCV'd that whole
But now,
entire team.
that team was really strong. MOV, Haitani, Vanau. There was somebody else.
I remember when they beat MOV, like they were just
Momochi.
going crazy. Because
Yeah, MOV is ridiculous.
Yeah, MOV is the most ridiculous in this game.
So, KO family got... Oh, because of single limb, of course. 2 third places. KO family, Young, let's see.
And then,
KO,
of course,
Kashi, RX, Hirai, Yaku. That's a super strong team.
Well, I mean, all of them.
Oh my god, Kashi and KO, come on, dude.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, and then first place, of course.
Oh, Genki, there we go.
Genki with
Genki.
Alex, dude. Yeah. Nuki did a lot of work, right? So Nuki is. My favorite thing was that so there was 2 streams. There was the Game Newton stream and there was the Game Newton US stream. So
Yes.
they had Arlieth and Durlath as well as RKF doing commentary on the English stream, and then of course there was Japanese stream, right?
Okay.
My favorite thing was that on the English stream you could hear Nuki.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I
You
was
can
like
hear him
watching the English stream, and you could just hear in the back.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I was just like, Nuki is such the best.
Yeah,
dude.
he's
I
such
love
a
Nuki,
sick
dude.
commentator. Oh, man, what
Oh
a
god,
genius.
Nuki is amazing. So, but
yeah, man, that winning team, Nuki, so strong. But, dude, Genki, Alex.
yeah, taking it. Yeah, with Alex against a Yang player, dude, it's so crazy.
No, that's actually pretty good.
It is, yeah. And shout-outs to, I mean, having an Alex player on your team. Like, if you're Nuki and you're, like, looking for a strong team to create, and you're like, Alex player, get over here. What are you doing? But, yeah, there you go. There you go. It's not. It's a game with pretty strong tiers, but at the same time, it's a 1 out of 1 system where like any particular day, like Genki could be like,
took it over the Yun player.
I'm
That's
the greatest.
Right. Okay, my bad.
You know, so I thought that was pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah, and Alex defeating a Yun is pretty crazy. So, I mean, look, the thing about it is, a game like Third Strike, in my opinion, needs to have team tournament. Like, I feel like if it's singles, then it really just does come down to Chun, Yun, and Ken all day. Although they were the most represented characters for obvious reasons. Yeah. But having the team tournament format, I think, helps it a lot. And that's a large part of the charm of the Co-op Cup, in my opinion, is the tournament, is the team format. So.
Also, it was awesome to see old American 3S heads on the commentary. That
was true.
Arlieth and Duralath and Farai.
Otherwise known as, what are they calling them? Liu Kang and Robert Downey Jr.
Downey Jr.
So,
I can see that, yeah.
Well, he went up there with the Stark Industries shirt, too.
With glasses and sunglasses and everything.
Yeah, I know. Right?
And I hadn't seen Farai in a while. I know he moved out there, and I know Ryan, Let Blood Run, moved out there some years ago. I haven't seen those dudes in a while. Farai was looking handsome.
Was he the guy with the beard?
Yeah, the guy with the beard.
That's
He's from the same city I was, same like town.
Oh really?
That I am.
Like Moore Parkish
yes.
area? Oh okay,
Indeed.
okay. So like I thought I was like
I used to like pick him up, or he used to pick me up, and we'd go over to the dungeon. You know?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
For sure.
Because I was just like, because I remember you saying that on Twitter. He's like, oh, he's a handsome man. Now he's like, you must be talking about the guy with the beard, dude. Has to be talking about.
He just like he grew up a little bit. It's awesome to see. It's nice. It's nice.
Oh man, but this was an awesome tournament though. So much fun to watch, and it's just, it's great to know that there's actually more entrants this year than there ever has been for the Co-op
Very
Cup.
cool.
Damn, that is really cool.
And a lot of people now are basically like screaming for a Third Strike
Evo
at
Japan.
Evo Japan.
Yep.
Yeah, they're like, please do Third Strike. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Be so
Although
sick.
it might be a single tournament, but you know what? Actually, someone mentioned which is like, so Evo Japan's going to be in January next year, right?
Okay.
Co-op Cup's going to be right there. So there's a lot of people talking about like staying for both.
Okay.
Which might be kind of sick.
That would be actually ridiculous.
That would be kind of sick. So there you go.
Okay.
But yeah, that
was Co-op, or as John aka Fry said, Coup.
The Coup Cup.
That was Coup.
The Coup Cup. Damn fine cup of coffee. There was also a cool tournament, an offline tournament run by Momochi and Choco Blanca
I
this
haven't
weekend.
seen any of that though.
Yeah, I actually got to see some of that.
I didn't see any of it.
So they have it here in that Reddit thread. It's the Tokyo Offline Party here. Right here. The Tokyo Offline Party was a 3v3 tournament.
Okay.
And the team that won it was the Tokido, Verloren, and Breast Panty Hip.
Really?
That was his name. And so basically, Momo and Choco were doing commentary, and they were saying like Breast Panty Hip and stuff like that, commentary in English. Yeah.
How did they? Well, anyway.
I can't remember how they were pronouncing it, but like Tokido did it with Akuma. So a lot of people are like, oh, okay. But although he did lose the Gachikun, though.
Oh, of course. Gachikun's ridiculous.
It was Gachikun or Moke. I'm not sure which one it was. It was a Rashid, obviously.
I think it was 2 Rashids and Stone Cool Alex.
Alex.
Yo,
dude, Rashid looks good.
I'm telling you, Rashid's good, man.
Have you seen that dirty trick that people have used with the anti-air low strong buffered into super?
Yes,
because it slides forward.
Dude.
He anti-airs low strong, they reset, but he activates a super and slides under you, and you fall and get caught.
Man, that's some like Blanca Ultra mix
No,
up
dude,
shenanigans.
it reminds me of TVC when you used to play Kishern, I believe it was. Oh man, I got you, man. I can't remember, but he would air rethrow set you in the air to get unscaled damage.
Right.
Oh my god. Anyways.
But Verloren actually took it for their team pretty much after Gachikun beat Tokido.
And then it looks like Johnny with Karen, and then I can't see who the rest are.
Haku with M. Bison, Yamaguchi with Ken,
Okay.
Hanarock with Nakali, Gaffro with Balrog, and Snowbell with Balrog.
Ooh.
Now, what's interesting
that's pretty
good
nice,
variety.
yeah.
the funniest thing is after the tournament over, Momo and Choco both had this big announcement. They're like, look, we have all this stuff. All the slides are in Japanese. I don't know what any of it said.
Oh, thanks for the mention.
Yeah, I know,
Thanks.
pretty much.
I
But I'm
definitely
saying that just in
waited.
case like someone in chat who does speak Japanese saw it and was able to summarize what it was. But yeah.
Tokido,
that's what it was.
Lauren, Panty, Storm Kubo, Moke, Gucci-kun.
Yeah, I need to go watch.
Yeah,
this.
they even had a rock paper scissors with like the whole crowd, a tournament to win a T-shirt that they were wearing. So, yeah. But actually, it was really cool to see that. It was really cool to listen to Momo and Choco. They were doing the commentary.
They're hosting a monthly 15 versus 15 in both Street Fighter and Hearthstone.
And Hearthstone. People play Hearthstone in Japan?
I guess.
But
it looks like they're looking for more students and more teachers. I
Fascinating.
mean, look, it says Hearthstone, but it's like Hanzo Gonzo, so I don't know.
Yeah.
If I
Oh,
can
you
trust
mean
it.
Ultra David's third FGC member of 2016, Hanzo Gonzo? That guy?
I can't trust it. That's right. They also announced the 15v15 SFV Korea versus Japan thing that they're going to do like weekly or monthly, I think it was. They're going to try to set it up so that Korea and Japan can play each other.
Zoinks.
But, I mean, it looks, honestly, shout outs to those guys. Momo and Choco are doing some big things over there.
They're doing
for
amazing. We actually
esports.
talked about that, how they're actually trying to foster the younger scene to continue playing Street Fighter. That's actually really smart.
They said that they're opening up a studio for offline sessions that take place every week for free.
Zoinks.
Called Studio Sky. Sky was the old local arcade that closed.
Wow, thanks K7X. That's awesome.
Dude, that's really cool.
And
really
apparently, Daigo plays Hearthstone a lot, and Choco Blanca
I've
plays
definitely
Hearthstone
seen
a
Choco
lot.
Blanca play Hearthstone.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
Hanzo links a thing where High Fight translates SF5 Hearthstone JP Korea friendly match, first on February 18th. SF5 is 15 versus 15.
Nice.
Well, let me know if you need an FGC Hearthstone commentator.
Oh, you know how to do that?
Not really, but I'm sure I can figure it out. I'm like a very casual guy at the game. But you know who's legit is Donka. He almost got top 8 at, what was the thing there?
Dude, that guy plays
in
KOF
Austin
and
he went to.
Hearthstone?
He plays all the things.
Oh, that was at the DreamHack.
DreamHack. He almost got top 8 at DreamHack.
Oh, really?
Which is real. That's like a real shout outs to you. So, anyway.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, that was some of the stuff that went on this weekend. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, or
Was there anything else that happened this weekend?
Well, we wanted to talk about probably a little bit about we've got games, events, communities, but we're kind of running late. I mean, do you want to just kind of summarize everything
Sure.
really quick? So, I mean, the main things that I really want to talk about right now is that the KOF patch came out.
Right.
The graphics upgrade patch, right?
Did it? Did it really, James?
Oh. Hey, look, I figured out how to do cool lighting effects, right? So, I mean, it does look better. It looks better,
but I feel like
Yes.
4 gigs to
It's so
update
marginal.
the graphics. Come on, dude. That's like 4 gigs and some change. Come on, bro.
All right, but the big thing to talk about, is obviously Echo Fox's Coup of the fighting game community.
Yes.
That's cheating,
the
man.
coup.
The Coup. So basically, all these people dropped out of EG, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay." And Justin was like, "I made it my own decision." And Momo and Choco were like, "Thanks, EG." And everyone was like, "Oh, must just be because EG is changing everything." And then the questions are like, "Why hasn't Tokido had a sponsor in so long?"
Yeah, that's true.
And then all of a sudden, Rick Fox came out and was just like, and signed them
Came
all.
out and threw up a wad of money and it made it rain.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
And everybody walked out in slow motion like an old Puff Daddy in a Mace video.
Yeah.
It was kind of nuts.
Shout outs to Rick Fox. Like I said, he was trying to recreate that
Come on.
starting lineup. Kobe, Shaq, Fisher, Ori, Fox. He was recreating that
This is
lineup.
scary, man.
3 championships in a row, dude, with that lineup, dude. Those are the guys, man. Those are the guys.
Yeah,
and then Brian Shaw's in there as well. You know, he helped out. Too,
Sure,
so.
of course. And
So-
then who was the dude who was like the cheerleader in the back?
Oh, Mark Madsen?
Mark Madsen,
Oh,
is that
dude, Mark Madsen with his dancing.
that was
yeah,
hilarious.
exactly.
Yeah, so
So-
they have a very strong FGC team now.
Yeah, so they signed Justin Wong, Momochi, Choco Blanca, Tokido, Sonic Fox, and Scar. and that is joining Mewtwo King and Julio Fuentes.
And also the other Smash dude,
Oh,
MK Leo.
MK Leo, that's right. So they have 9 fighting game players on that team right
Correct.
now.
That is ridiculous.
That is a roster.
That is a chunk
Who is
of
going to
change,
rise up to
friends.
stop
Yeah, and
them?
they got Cool Gray AJ to manage it, who was the EG manager.
That's right.
So
That
Rick,
is a big
Rick
one.
Fox basically walked up to the evil geniuses and just kind of went and
Like,
scooped
that's
a chunk
like-
of them out.
That their FGC budget is in the 7 digits. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know that to be the case, but I can tell you, like, that many players plus AJ, like,
Yeah, you throwing some money around.
there's a lot of money.
And you know what?
That's a lot of money being thrown
It has to
around.
be a lot of money because Justin has even been
It definitely
hinting
is.
about moving back to SoCal.
Yeah.
Because that's where the Echo Fox location. But I mean, he would have to quit his job to do that, and I can't
And if
imagine
he quit his
right,
job, then
right.
that means they're covering quite.
Yeah, I mean, I negotiated for a
field.
couple of the players.
Oh really?
Well, not. I guess I reviewed is the better word.
Oh okay.
And yeah, it's a lot of dough.
But look, I'm telling you right now, Rick Fox, what he's doing. I mean, he's got his son and Jace Hall doing all this stuff, and I feel like what they're trying to do. I mean, whether it's not legit because he stole a bunch of other players, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's business. That's how it works. But
sure.
I feel like this is a pretty trustworthy group. Like, I don't think that this group is going to be one of the ones that's just
Yeah.
going to disappear on everybody.
Oh,
right?
that'd be
So-
really weird. Yeah.
That'd be super weird.
Yeah.
Even more so is just the fact that you have to remember, if you go out of your way to get these people together, to make this team, and we knew it was coming ever since he got Julio. Ever since like Echo Fox signed Julio, you kind of figured like it was only a matter of time before they picked up the
But
team.
man, you're like, okay, they're going to pick
I
up
didn't
other
think
players.
I
It
didn't think
wasn't
they were
like-
going to pick up Justin. I would not think they were going to pick
Yeah,
up Sonic
of course.
Fox. Definitely not Tokido. Like, that's crazy.
Right. But on top of all that stuff, K-Brad's video. Oh, God,
Oh, yeah.
so beautiful.
Nice work.
Where he's walking down the street and he's like talking mad shit to Justin. And then there was even this clip where apparently K-Brad was streaming and Justin jumped into his chat and K-Brad was like, "What? You don't come into my chat?" Like, he was like, "Justin, what? Like, get out of here!" Like, he was like
What
yelling
happens
at
now,
him.
though? Like,
Dude, it's so
what
good.
happens? Like,
I mean,
He said that he was
I don't
going
know
to
if-
put him in a coffin and all this other
it was really
stuff.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I realistically speaking, I don't know that any of the established other esports teams can compete with that.
Right.
Folks like EG and Liquid, older school teams, I just don't expect that. Like, unless there's maybe another one of the newer school teams that have investments from the Miami Heat or whatever,
Right.
Sixers or whatever. Unless they come in, I just feel like Echo Fox is gonna rule the roost for a while.
you know what needs to happen right now, right? Shaquille O'Neal, you need to stop playing around.
Oh, Shaquille,
Cash
because
out.
him and Rick Fox.
Him and Rick
are
Fox
like,
are going at it. You need a new team, a new and improved team. You need to let me manage the team. That's right. I think that would be
Doesn't he
the
own it?
smartest thing to do.
He does own a
He
team,
does.
but I
I
mean,
forget which
like,
one.
I actually think that
Energy. Yeah. In fact,
Yeah, okay.
energy is one of the like ridiculous.
Right,
ones.
but I mean, honestly, like the only way to make it better than what you suggested was to hire me as the manager. Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, that's right. No, I mean, dude, like, I'm just like wondering, like, when am I gonna be able to get my chance to meet Rick Fox? Dude?
Oh my God,
wanna-
Didn't you already?
I have no. He followed me on Twitter.
What?
Yeah, I remember I bragged about it one time on
No.
stream. I like put it up there, like I showed the he
That's
followed
wild,
me notification. He followed me on Twitter, and like I kept tweeting out all these things, and he's like favoriting them, and I'm just like oh, senpai noticed me.
I met
kind
him. He
of
seemed
thing,
like a nice
you know?
guy. What?
Dude, Rick Fox is amazing.
He
dude.
seemed like a nice guy. Yeah,
He's
that
the
was cool.
enforcer. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When I met him, I wasn't like, hey
Wait,
guys. I
did
was
you
just
meet
like,
Rick Fox?
yeah, at an esports shindig.
Oh, that's right. I
In LA.
remember that. I was mad at you back then too.
It was like no big deal. He was just there. He's
Just
tall.
Rick Fox,
I can tell
man.
you
He's
that.
just tall,
Rick
dude.
Fox. Dude.
He's just like a taller than
He's a
normal
good
guy.
looking guy, dude.
It's like-
He was originally married to a Miss Universe, dude. Come on.
You're getting weird over here, James.
You're making me uncomfortable.
His face is the kind of handsome where it's like almost too much, and you're like,
He's too much handsome.
no, and not too much handsome. It's like exaggerated features. Do you know what I mean? He's like handsome, but it's like it could almost be weird. It's like a little bit more exaggeration, almost. Anyway, it's very nice.
I just pictured somebody like a cartoon character where you said
That's
that.
what right? Right?
Too much handsome.
Well,
Yeah, he's like handsome Squidward. That's exactly what it is when he got super
Oh
handsome.
yeah, like I hate SpongeBob, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's exactly what it's like. Where it's like almost
Somebody
too
say
much.
that in the chat.
Yeah, somebody's saying that.
That was good.
For sure.
Alright, okay. But no, I mean, the other cool announcement, though, was that, so EG still has K-Brad, still has Ricky Ortiz, but now they've added Chris G to the roster. So that is going to be a pretty potent
That's really nice.
team. That's going to be, I'm really happy for Chris G.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said,
Of
he
course.
should be Chris G now, right?
I
So,
think
and
that's actually a pretty good acquisition though.
Oh, that's a
Chris
great
G
acquisition.
plays multiple games.
Oh, yeah. It's really good. Injustice is coming up. He was one of the best in the first one, despite barely trying. Probably going to be really good in the coming one.
Well, see, what the thing that makes me excited is this is going to give Chris G more of an opportunity to travel with a team that's obviously has the proper reputation
Oh, yeah.
to be able to give him all
For
that
sure.
travel and everything like that. So I think that's really great for Chris G, and that is going to be a pretty powerful team. That EG team is because they still have PPMD, if I'm not
That kind of
mistaken,
covers the
right?
spread, and then on top of that, I mean,
Yeah.
even though Eduardo also left EG, he's just up in the air right now. Who
Oh,
knows where
yeah,
he's going?
Eduardo, I mean, he was talking about this on a stream recently, and I was watching it, and people were like, oh, are you going to Echo Fox? He's like, no, he's trying to do the Daigo thing now. He's basically trying to create the PR ROG brand, and I think that's a great idea, because there's few people who are as charismatic as Eduardo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, Liquid, obviously very strong. They've got Knuckle Dew, who apparently, according to GTO Akira, said that Knuckle Dew was invited to Red Bull Kumite, but he might not go. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But
Damn, that'd be weird if he wasn't there. Man, that
Would be
would suck.
unfortunate, yeah.
But I know Knuckle Dew's not the biggest fan of like long airplane rides.
He did
and
say
things,
that,
so yeah.
Well, he has pets too. You gotta remember that.
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
he made it, but he made it to China, dude. That's a flight right
that's
there.
right.
That is a flight right there. But I think EG and also Liquid obviously has Hungry Box, you know. So there's a lot of good teams out there. There's
Sure.
a lot of good teams, but obviously Echo Fox is going to be the one to big, and that is the one to beat, and that is just a really really big news thing. Like
That
all
is,
of a
yeah.
sudden, just like all of a sudden out of nowhere, Echo Fox. I mean, literally that felt like it just came from nowhere. Like, I just got hints from some people. They're like, oh, hey, you better pay attention. Like, I was like, there was one day I woke up and I was like, wow, there's a lot of crazy news going on. And I actually got a DM on Twitter from Cool Gray AJ. He's like, don't oversleep tomorrow. And that was the day that
Wow.
Echo Fox announced everything. So
What
yeah.
a sneaky guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But also to mention, we should probably mention that Mark Mann has become Justin's manager as well. But this is not related to Echo Fox. This is just his like PR kind of publicity, business management kind of manager. He's going to be helping run that Justin.
That's a
Wong
good
brand.
dude to have on your team. I can
He
tell
is
you
a good
that.
dude.
He is definitely a force in the FGC. So yeah,
For sure.
Biforce.
bye for
God, I love
Esports.
that. I love Biforce, dude, with EMP Marcadia.
The EMP
Oh, yeah.
Marcadia
That's
is actually
funny.
pretty
Yeah.
sick.
That's funny.
He needs to get himself a jet, man. That's the only way we can stop
Come on, Mark.
the Echo Fox overlords. You got to step your
Just
game
get a
up.
jet, Mark.
No, this is what you do. You got to sell all those shoes and arcade sticks and get a jet.
No,
It's definitely possible.
You can
man.
probably do
he
that,
needs
yeah.
to take all the shoes and the joysticks and build a plane out of those. Because he probably has enough where like all the seats would be all like the leather from the
Nah,
Sure.
man, that won't be
Yeah.
aerodynamic
Parts.
at all, dude.
And like if you want to call like one of the, like the
Aviation definitely not your strong suit. Right?
you're gonna pull down you're gonna pull down the tray and there's gonna be a joystick and buttons on it, you know,
Wow.
and then you could actually play.
Yo, that would be sick.
That
The
would
tra-
be pretty
and
sick.
it's like right on the TV. Okay,
Yeah, the
you
monitor's
got
right
something
there.
going.
sold
on.
me.
Yeah,
All right, okay.
Okay.
That plane's
there you go.
definitely gonna crash.
Yeah, that's not getting off the ground. That's some
Titanic all over again.
Spruce, like some spruce moose stuff.
Hindenburg all
It's
over
gonna be like
again.
the soul plane. Oh
Getting
man.
the little model.
Okay.
Well, is that it?
I mean, I haven't had a chance to cull up a bunch of other news or anything like that. We could probably save that for next week. Maybe we'll actually have everyone back with us, unless David now gets one of us sick.
I think
I'm
I'm
not
starting
sick.
to come
These
down
are,
with something.
I mean, my coughs right now, they're like just the leftover ones, you know? They're like the... Just... left over. My throat is ticklish.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about ESL a little bit. So ESL started again today, and what's really cool is it's going to be East Coast versus West Coast. Boom. This week was Alex Myers who returned from. So we during the discussion during the broadcast before the broadcast, apparently ESL's been retconned now, so that the last 2 months of the previous year of November, December are both season 1 now.
Oh.
So now we're in season 2 because
season 2 is
West Coast versus East Coast. Yeah.
What about so is season 3 implied to be intercontinental?
Who knows, man?
Dude,
Who knows what the next series in the ESL King of the Hills will be? Intergalactic, that would be
planetary.
Intergalactic planetary, yeah. But so players from the first season are now allowed to come back. So today was Alex Myers, and Alucard was also flown out.
Man, that was crazy.
It was really good.
It was such a good set.
It was fun.
10-8 in the end. Alex Myers ended up taking it.
Dang.
Thanks in a large part to some stuff that Alucard did not know got buffed for Cammy.
Oh yeah, Cammy got buffed. That's right.
He was saying that Alucard wasn't aware that hooligan dive kick was better.
Was actually plus, yeah.
Yeah, it's better now than it was before. But
I didn't know that either, actually.
Yeah. But next week has already been announced. It is going to be Arturo Sabin Sanchez going up against Killer Miller time, aka Tanya Miller.
She's been getting like top 16s and top 8s at
Who did she beat at the Wednesday Night
Fights?
Fights? I saw you tweet about it last week. Who did she beat?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Definitely don't.
Because it was supposed to be like some big
schlub.
comeback or something like that.
Some butt. I don't know.
Okay.
Who did she beat? That's gonna bother me.
Yeah, I don't remember. You were commentating, weren't you?
No, I think it was on the second stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't recall, but I think that's really cool. Is it's gonna be Mika versus Art Sim.
Yeah, I know. It's like Arturo's like, of all the West Coast people you could have put me, the one Mika who's still left.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
She has a lot of...
Man, shout-outs to Alucard, who did exactly as well as I did versus Alex Myers in my recent first attempt against Alex Myers.
Dude, you know what?
Fact.
I talked to Alex Myers, and I was like, what do you think about the Cammy Zangief match? He's like, I don't know, man. I just played David for a really long time. And he was like, that was a really hard fight. So
yeah, well.
Yeah. I mean, some people say that Zangief beats Cammy, but I don't.
Negative.
I don't think so.
No?
I feel like it's even, you know?
I think it's even. I think it's even or slightly in Cammy's advantage. I would say Zangief had the advantage if Cammy did not have an anti-air uppercut still. Because that really just hurts Zangief's jumping abilities on him. So
yeah, I feel like it's pretty even.
I feel like it's even.
But apparently, wait, what are you talking about, K7X here? What's he talking about here? This weekend, Haitani Mago Fudo Sako versus Xiaohai Bebe Abao and Ultra David.
Yeah, and UD. What's UD?
And then 2, Daigo. Oh, that's right. Dude, I'm so mad Daigo did not fly me out for this tournament. I'm so mad about
Come on, Daigo.
Come on, Daigo. You got one of the MVPs right here.
Come on,
with
Daigo.
Choco Blanca, MOV, Itazan, Kuroda, Eita, Goichi, Nuki, and Hameko, he is running a fighting game / karaoke tournament.
I gotta tell you, I think that I can't imagine any of them being good at singing.
But the weird thing about it is, I was
know
told...
Maybe Nuki.
I think Fudo. I think Fudo might have some lungs on him.
I've heard Choco sing already. She's amazing. Okay, she's amazing. You can find her on YouTube. Like she's sitting in a subway and she's singing like with her brother. But she's also in the band with Hameko. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Okay. They have a band.
Yeah, but
I do think Kuroda would be terrible.
Okay. So someone told me.
But I do think Kuroda would be terrible.
Apparently, they're all really good except for Kuroda.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Man, are they streaming this? I'm trying to see that.
I don't know.
I would love that. That'd be hilarious.
I guess UD is a China Cammy. There you go. But yeah, so supposedly like they win, and then like whoever wins, then they have to have a karaoke battle, and then like the stream will vote for who wins that one.
They're
and
getting
stuff
elaborate
like that,
with this
For
stuff,
real.
man.
Dude, I need to throw this myself over
you should
here,
do it.
dude.
Aftershock 2, but karaoke version.
It'll be me, and I'll get like Pat the Flip. I'll get like Choi Sauce involved.
You gotta have somebody terrible at Kuroda.
Oh, that's true, huh? So I will have Ultra David on there. We'll
singing ABCs.
I'm singing the ABC.
You know that's what I do at karaoke.
Oh man, dude. No, you all no.
Hope you guys are ready.
I know.
I've done
Look,
that.
no. So the one time that I've been karaoke with David, you
That
know
would
what
be
song
sick.
that he did pick?
I don't remember.
He picked "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Did I really? Oh,
Never
what a
gonna
jerk.
let you down.
He said, "Oh, man,
Never
I'm a
gonna
jerk."
run
That makes total
around
sense,
and
though. That's
desert
something totally
you.
that I would do.
Yeah, he totally did, and he was doing the
You
goofy
Rick
dance.
rolled.
Or I would do like.
He was doing the goofy dance.
Was that really?
Yeah,
Wow.
you were.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just I don't remember.
I don't remember.
That seems like something I would do. It seems plausible.
That is definitely a me thing.
Yeah. My friends and I went to Big Wang's, which is it's like this really well-known karaoke spot in Hollywood. And there are people there who they're like professional singers, and they just go there, to like blow off steam or whatever.
Dude,
And I did the ABCs, and they were not happy about it. people show up there to like hear actual singers, you know.
You're ugly.
And
And I
there's
bet
some
you had
schmuck
a
up
big
there with
goofy
the-
smile
Oh,
on your
for sure.
face.
Last weekend-
For sure.
I mean, there was
E F G
Yeah, I totally did that
H
stuff.
I J K L M N O. How you doing over there?
That's right, like a
P.
lounge singer.
Yeah.
For sure.
One of my
For sure.
that just made me think of like there was a Chippendales Rescue Rangers episode
Yeah, Big Wangs. That's what it's
where
called.
they had to fight against a bull and the bull's name was LMNOPO. Which I
need to go
appreciate
watch
the
that
pun,
episode.
yeah. But also this tournament this weekend is going to be the Arxis
Oh, the
Fighting
award.
Game Awards.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
that's
about
right.
that.
which all the guys qualify for, which if you want to hear all the information about, go to youtube.com/UltraChenTV. Watch the recent DHC I did for the final qualifier spot for
Ooh.
that tournament. And check that out. That thing is really, really awesome. It was a lot of fun, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But also, we should probably mention that if you love video games at all, going on this whole entire week, of course, is Awesome Games Done Quick.
Yes.
AGDQ. Like, I've just been having that on the TV
Oh
recently.
yeah, of course.
So
Yeah.
go ahead and check that out all week long. So,
It was unfortunate because I really wanted to watch the Mario Sunshine race, but it was just when the last reasonable president of my lifetime gave his farewell speech.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
before we
okay,
descend
okay.
into anarchy and tyranny. Yeah, it was. So that was what I watched instead.
if you want to know all about that, the Arxis tournament, Arxis Fighting Game Awards tournaments, go and follow Majin Obama on Twitter, aka it's at 2D Jazz, and he's been retweeting a lot of the information as it comes, and you'll get all the new information. From
You went to that? No way.
What?
BioPunch went to the Obama thing in Chicago? No way.
Oh,
really?
snap. That's dope.
That's
That's
super
so
sick.
cool. That is cool.
Oh man, I wish I could have
Where
gone.
did he say that? I
What
didn't
stopped
see
you,
it.
man?
I don't live in Chicago.
You have relatives out there. You can
That's
go
true,
ahead.
I do. Yeah.
Oh well. Okay. All
Shout out
right.
to Majin.
Well, that's
Wow.
really cool, man. Oh man, Zephyr Rach? Right? I don't want to say it.
Zephyr
I
Reich, yeah.
literally watched the Sunshine Race knowing I could watch the farewell address later online. Had the exact opposite idea.
Right. Both of them could be watched
Yeah,
later
I'm
on.
definitely gonna watch the Sunshine Race later. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Cool. I think I'm going to be up a little late tonight anyway, so I can just watch it again, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going on all week. Anything else?
Not that I can know of. Not that I can think of. So.
Oh, man. I'm feeling kind of...
Sick now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with that apple core you ate, man. It's not sitting right with me.
And my stomach's not feeling very good right now. Is that all that's left of the apple? You don't eat the stem?
I'm not a barbarian, James. Are you serious?
Are you serious?
What? Come on.
You already ate the insides of the...
Don't be disgusting.
All right, sorry.
I mean,
It's
I
all
wouldn't even be able to
It's all
work
about
after
the,
that.
the apple seeds that literally have poison for humans. That actually have toxins that are not good for humans in them.
Don't make me disgusted. Tainting my perception of apples entirely.
I'm pretty sure you're terrified of you. So
It's very disgruntling behavior. Yeah, the WoW patch, some of it's surprising. I didn't really think that they would like buff some aspects of Shadow Priest, but they did. And
Shadow Priest. That
yeah,
sounds pretty
dude.
cool.
Yeah, Shadow Priest is you
They
like
have ninjas in
become
WoW?
insane. Not really. There's the rogues have some ninja-y crap, but
You gotta give me
that's
something,
boring,
man.
so.
Look, man, you want me to play this WoW?
Yeah, why don't they have ninjas? That's a good question.
I'm
actually.
just saying, dude. That's
You
part
would
of the.
think they would.
I
yeah.
felt like that. Look, you can't have an MMO and not have ninjas. That just doesn't make sense. To
Yeah,
me.
why don't they have? That's a good
But I mean,
question.
were ninjas really part of that kind of, that kind of?
They were, man, but they were so good they would never document it.
You think that there are in fact ninjas running around on Azeroth?
Yeah,
You just can't see them.
you just can't see them.
Dude, it's like that.
They're
That's
ninjas.
like, that's like
they have a
that
plausible.
ninja parade.
That's like
dude.
that question when people ask you, "Have you ever seen an elephant hide in a tree?"
No.
Have you ever seen?
Yeah.
You've
No.
seen an elephant hide in a tree?
No.
Really? No.
No.
Hide pretty good, don't they?
No.
Why would you do that?
Yeah,
I just wanted to see where he was going with it. Nothing.
that's the.
Maybe I was going to be surprised. Yeah, like
No,
monks
you're
are
not
kind of
gonna be
ninja-y, rogues are a little bit, but in general, there's really no strong ninja type.
I will investigate and see what this WoW has.
Subtlety rogue. I just don't think that they're like ninjas, though. I don't know. Maybe that's the best choice you got.
That sounds whack. Sorry, Goldberg88. Wait, Tiger Palm. Wait a minute.
Yeah, those are monks.
Hmm.
If you want to.
Oh, you're starting to get a little.
Yeah, you
bit
can roll.
interested
You can
in
roll
it.
around.
Get
Yeah,
interested,
sure.
huh?
I shall investigate.
I play a Death
Well,
Knight.
I mean, people keep
6.
mentioning something about
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch. What kind of announcements were there about the
Oh,
Nintendo
they
Switch?
just announced an arcade stick, A-Trap.
Oh, really? They
Really?
announced an
I
arcade
missed that.
stick for the
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch.
But
Buttons.
there's no games. They haven't announced any games.
Right.
So,
people
speculation.
are speculating. Yeah.
What do you think is likely to come there?
Tekken.
What doesn't
maybe?
need much? Oh yeah.
Guilty Gear.
Well, because Tekken was on the Wii, remember? The Tekken
Oh,
had
that's
the
true.
Tekken Ball version, and they had it so that like Bowser could dress up, like you could dress up like Devil or whatever
Mhm.
the character, Ogre as Bowser or whatever. And
But do you think that the Switch would be able to handle Tekken 7 FR? I don't know.
I'm
I
sure
don't
it
know,
could.
man.
Really?
I don't think so,
Yeah,
dude.
that seems like a pretty fancy game. I don't know.
Oh, maybe Injustice 2?
Oh.
Well, T7 is a Switch
Marvel
launch title,
Infinite.
so it says.
Keep-
It's a Switch launch
Marvel
title.
Infinite.
like TVC.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be crazy.
That would be pretty crazy.
But who
Yeah.
would buy a Switch to play Marvel? I
Because
don't
when you
understand.
go and play with your friends on the basketball court, after you're done, you can bust it out and start playing like right there
That's
on the
stupid.
tiny little pads.
Are you
Dude,
guys-
you know what someone
are you
pointed
guys-
out?
Little tiny pads. Yeah.
Are
know
you
what
guys
someone-
sold on this
Not
Switch?
in the
I
slightest.
am.
Of course you are,
Yeah, of course,
James.
because I'm a Nintendo guy, dude. But like, someone actually pointed out that the Nintendo Switch logo is not mirror like the controllers. Like, if you draw the center line, it actually doesn't go in between the two halves.
Wait, what?
Okay, here, let me show you. Let me bust out the Nintendo Switch
Let me
logo.
see.
Bust it out, Jimmy.
The Nintendo Switch logo. If you look at the Nintendo Switch logo
Yeah.
here, if you look at the Nintendo Switch logo, so let's click on this one over here. Oops, I'm clicking on that thing. If you look at this, the center of this logo is actually this line right here.
The white one?
Yeah.
The tip of this line, right, the right side of this line. That's actually the center of the logo.
Okay.
Which is your eye tricks you because of the way that one is
Yeah, I
outlined and
can-
the other one is
I see
solid.
what you mean.
That it's not actually, these two aren't actually equal halves.
Well, I guess also where the vertical position of them is not like in the center either.
Oh, you mean the circles here?
Yeah, like the one on the left is much higher up than the one on the right.
Oh yeah. Well,
So
that
I
part
don't
is
know.
obvious, right? But the center is actually. Right
Anyways,
here.
is this relevant?
I was about to say, I feel like this is all intentional. So
Yeah, is that how it is in the actual controller? Are they
No,
not the
no. I
same
think the
size?
controllers are the same size. I think they just did it because if you did it so this was outlined and this was solid, so they had a two-color
yeah.
logo.
Yeah.
This one would look, the one on the right would look way fatter than the one on the left.
I see. Like how didn't the Mac wasn't exactly a cube? It was like slightly not a cube, so that when you looked
Yep.
at it, it looked like a cube.
Or something like that. Yeah. Exactly. So.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I'm not really sold on the Switch.
I'm not buying it.
Like I think it's an interesting idea, but yeah, I feel like there's 4 different controllers or something, whatever it is. All but one seemed like they were terrible choices to me.
Yeah.
Like the little comically small ones.
I just don't feel like there's no reason to just not play on my 3DS at this point.
That was like a triple negative, dude.
So it's legit then. So it means that.
Oh, that's true. It
Yeah,
balanced
if it's triple,
it all out.
then
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
true.
You're back
There
to
you go.
one.
There you go. Okay. But like I actually. Oh, shut up, Carter. I wasn't trying to convince anyone. I just wanted to point out a weird thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I guess Soul Calibur was on old Nintendo
that's
systems.
true.
Oh, that's right. And,
Whatever that was, GameCube or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, they
that
were.
was the
That's
one-
when they had like Link on it.
Yoda,
Yeah,
Link. Oh no, Yoda was 4.
Yoda was
That was
Xbox.
Soul Calibur 3 was no, because it was like Spawn, Heihachi, and Link
Yeah.
for Soul Calibur
Yeah, right.
3.
Spawn was Xbox.
And 4
Oh, that
was
was
the
3?
one. Yeah, 4 was the one that
The
had
Star Wars characters.
Had
Yeah.
Yoda and Darth
Star
Vader.
Killer.
Yeah, and
Man, that was sick.
which one?
Star Killer?
From the
Force
Force
Unleashed.
Awakens, Unleassions.
In the woods.
Unleassions. Unleassions? Got it. Yeah, he was from Force Unleashed, and he held his lightsaber backwards. His name was Star Killer. It was sick.
Yeah, which was Luke Skywalker's original name.
Yeah.
He was actually Luke Starkiller. And then
Did
they
you
changed
see
his
Rogue
name.
One?
I did see Rogue
How'd you
One.
feel?
I did.
I appreciated a lot of the things that they did. There
Oh,
was
here we go.
some things that I had slight issues with, but I definitely liked it way more than Force Awakens.
Woo whoop. He's right.
I agree with that also.
Yeah, because I mean, like, people think I'm crazy. I don't even want to mention this on stream because everyone's just gonna yell at me and like.
Yo, look, dude, everybody can't be happy with you. I definitely liked Rogue One a lot better than I liked The Force Awakens.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, no, I was just gonna say. So I'm gonna say this, and I know.
Yo, be
everyone-
brave. Be brave,
do
James.
you want-
Say it with your chest. You got to get up there, man.
Is this
Force
a spam?
Awakens is the worst Star Wars.
Whoa,
movie
dude,
out
what are
of
you
all of
doing?
them.
I wasn't saying do that. You don't jump off the building with it. I was joking. I'm not.
You know, there's a Star Wars with little fluffy bears in it. Have you seen that one? Have you seen the one? You seen the one where there's no character who's the main character at all? They just go around the world and there's like 50 characters and you're just supposed to you're supposed to watch one of them, I guess. I don't know.
What?
And then there's like a fight between some cartoon animal and a bunch of robots. Seen that one?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yo, I love the Phantom Menace. I don't care what anybody says.
You seen the one where? Anyway, the second one was terrible.
Yo, Clone Wars?
Yeah, episode 2 was a pile of
Oh my
butts.
God. I actually
Holy
walked out of
crap.
that theater.
It
And
was
I'm going to tell you exactly when it
terrible.
happened. When Yoda started fighting. I was like, oh, no deal. I just got up and left. They're like, Steve, where you going? I'm
It's
like,
the very end of the movie, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you made it pretty far. You made it through when they are so in love that they literally roll through the fields. Oh my God.
God, that movie was
Do you
so
remember that? They're literally rolling
I
through the
didn't.
fields.
I didn't remember
Oh
that.
no! It was so terrible.
Yeah, my issues with Force Awakens are very much.
It didn't feel like a
lore-based.
Star Wars movie.
Well, it felt like a fan fiction.
I felt like it was exactly a Star Wars movie.
Really?
No, because
Force
it
Awakens?
literally
'Cause
was.
it was exactly episode
It was
4.
literally episode 4. They
Yeah.
recreated it, except my favorite line. Oh, dude, I see. Like, you're just making me hang myself here. But like, you know, when Kylo Ren's like, I wish I could be as powerful as
Spoiler
Darth Vader,
alert.
right? He's already like 10,000 times more powerful than Darth Vader ever was. Darth
Who, wait, Kylo Ren?
Yeah, Darth Vader needed a freaking probe droid to try to get the location of the rebel plans out of Princess Leia, and he failed. And Kylo Ren's reading people's minds? Like, Darth Vader had to stop the laser blast from Han Solo with his hand. Kylo Ren freezes it in the air?
That don't mean anything. Super spoiler
There is
alert.
no
that
lore.
means nothing
There is-
at
the
all. No,
lore does
listen,
not make any
listen,
sense.
listen. That means nothing at all.
Look, do you-
there is
There's
a no
no
way.
lore.
Listen, wait,
There's
no,
no-
look,
the
listen,
lore
listen,
is
listen,
all
listen.
completely
Lore,
garbage.
lore aside, you're gonna sit here. I have a newfound respect for Darth Vader. That last scene in the man,
But see,
when
that
I
last
tell
scene-
you I was
not-
losing my shit in the theater,
Yeah.
he took that dude to the ceiling, drug him across, he turned that guy into a doorknob, bzzz, and opened. I was like, oh man,
Yeah, but the best
I
part
thought he
about
was
that
gonna
was
jump
like-
into space,
But see,
and
like-
I legit thought he was gonna be like, no. Ooh. I was like, if he would have jumped into space, I swear to God, I would have exploded in that theater. To
Okay.
try to grab the shit back, I would have been like,
Yeah.
yo, goddamn. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No,
but
I-
if
I'm
that
with
would
you.
have happened, I
I'm
would
with you. I'm
do.
with you.
He like pulled multiple
What do you think
dudes.
about this as an explanation? Maybe Kylo Ren and Darth Vader are like the difference between like Barry Bonds and like old school top baseball players where like maybe he wants to be like Babe Ruth, and like Babe Ruth is like better than him, but because of new technology and the invention of steroids.
The force is not technology. The force is a thing. It's an essence in the
space steroids, dude. It's
The
like space
force-
pneumonia.
I'm just
That's
saying,
a real
the
thing.
force-
If it's a blood disease, maybe they just figured out how to like make the blood
They can
disease
amplify
stronger. Maybe
Yeah.
that's all it is. Maybe he's not as naturally powerful. You know, Darth Vader, when he was back in his heyday hitting all these home runs, he was smoking a cigar and drinking a beer every night. And, you know, he never worked out a day in his life. And then you got Barry Bonds now, who's hopped up on all sorts of crazy crap. And he's
Hopped up on all sorts of crazy
and
crap.
he's hitting more home runs, but he's not really as good as Babe Ruth was. That's my explanation.
And also, my reason for not liking Force Awakens, honestly, is I really, really did not agree with the most spoilable part of that movie. Like, I was really upset about
You
that.
didn't know that was gonna happen?
Of course you knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, of course I knew it was happening. And
It had to
that's
happen.
why when it happened, I was like, really?
Yeah, it had to
You
happen
did
because
the
everything
most-
else was exactly
You
like
did
it.
the most boring, obvious possible thing possible. And I was super mad about that, so...
Yeah. Like, I came into that movie and I was like, that's exactly what's gonna happen. No, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I believe
I was
it.
sitting there and they were like, yo, Steve, what do you think? I'm like, yo, this is what's about to happen. They was like, no way. I was like, they have to do it. There's no other way around it.
I mean, everything else was exactly like
Yeah,
episode 4.
it
So.
was just...
Yeah, I liked
Dude,
the new
Rogue
one.
One-
I thought
dude,
it was
Rogue
pretty
One
cool.
had
I thought
me
some of it was
actually
pretty
hyped.
dumb, but you know, like not important parts. Like technology. I read this post about how technology works in Star Wars
Don't
universe,
do that to yourself.
and it was like, why do you need like tapes and like a big receiver and whatever? Like, you know, it's the whole technology side of it is a bunch of nonsense. But other than that, I thought it was great.
I really liked that movie. I saw it twice.
Rogue One was fun. I'm not sold
I think
on
this is a perfect distillation. When's Alex trailer says Darth Vader was like OG FGC in learning games, but Kylo Ren is like SF4 modern day science monsters.
With YouTube.
With
that have
YouTube, it's all
access-
spread
yeah,
around. They got
yeah.
all this info instantly.
That guy's a cheater. He's not even that good, man.
Yeah, like hey, was like you got Tomo on the one side, and now you got modern day Hoopla with whoever else, and they're just, you know, are they actually as good as Tomo was? Maybe not.
Maybe not. But we'll never know.
We'll never know. You can't, because you can't have the time warp, you know.
I'm not sold completely on CG Moff Tarkin also.
Dude, it wasn't even that bad. It was
I thought it
actually
was fine,
really
dude.
good.
Well, no, I'm more on the principle of replacing dead actors.
Oh.
with
What
Yeah,
if what
actors
if
are
the
gone.
what if the family thought it was cool? What if the family
Well,
okay?
they must. I mean, they must have.
Oh yeah,
They had to.
Yeah, they
have.
have
Plus,
to have.
So how did-
like legally speaking,
I
they
thought
have
it looked weird. Like the Uncanny
Really?
Valley bothered me a
So
little bit.
I know
yeah.
that Uncanny Valley applies less for old people faces.
Okay,
Like that's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's one of the
yeah,
things. I don't know why.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, yeah,
For like people notice it less weirdly. Here's what I am concerned about. First of all, very sorry to hear about
Carrie
Carrie Fisher
Fisher,
dying.
yeah,
That is unfortunate, of course.
Of course.
R.I.P. But you know, in terms of moving forward, she presumably was going to have continued to act on
Right.
Star Wars movies. Are they gonna do the same thing? Are they
No,
gonna have
Right.
but like this, if
Princess Leia CG? They had. I mean, they did, right? So
Yeah, so principle. I can't approve of CG versions.
so then
of
they're stopping
actors.
making Star Wars movies.
Right. Well, I mean, to replace actual actors.
yeah, so she filmed the ones for the stuff that they had planned, but
Right.
I mean, you know Disney, and they would have kept pumping out new Star Wars
Right.
ad infinitum.
Uh-huh.
So I expected like, you know, that they would have done that.
Right.
Yeah, episode 8's fine. Episode
Yeah.
9, however, might not be too good. Sorry. I mean,
Yeah, we'll
especially
see
if people
what happens
like,
with that.
especially if people don't want hologram people. Like, if you don't want like CG people, I saw a hologram and it threw me up. But
Right.
if you don't want CG like recreated people, faces and the whole nine, I'm sorry, it's basically a done
Yeah.
deal.
I mean, I'm just worried because of the precedent it sends when you're starting to replace dead actors.
Yes.
So it's like
As in all avenues of life, humans will be replaced eventually by
right. So it'll be. It's just like one of those things. Like, you know what? I really like Audrey Hepburn. I'm just gonna put Audrey Hepburn into my movie.
I don't see why
as
not,
long
other
as
than
we get
legally.
approval from the Audrey Hepburn family.
Right.
You know, and it's just like,
And, like,
I
in
don't
it-
know, like it
No,
just
it's gonna happen.
freaks me out. So
It's definitely gonna happen.
All of that.
Anybody will be able to, like, imagine this. So there's a bad side to that, but on the other hand, in 100 years, if you want to make a new Star Wars movie with all the original actors, you could just do it.
right.
You could just be like, here's my fan fiction, and it's like actual Princess Leia, an actual
Right.
Han Solo, and then you're like
Uh-huh.
having them play out whatever you want to. Whatever deranged sex fantasies you want them to do, you'll be able to do.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, literally.
Wow. Okay, so you went there and then you approved of it.
I was thinking about something else, dude.
The gooch.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ultra
All right,
Chat
friends.
TV. Glad that this was all very professional.
Yeah. No. You know what? I expect my stint in commentary to outlast my stint as a lawyer because I think lawyers are gonna get replaced by machines before commentators.
It's
do.
a lot more plausible here. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Dude,
get
we
to-
totally should have had a CG Sajam.
Dang,
Why
hologram
don't you just?
Sajam.
Why don't you just duplicate me?
Yeah, I know.
Have me in two places.
Yeah, seriously, dude. And then just the other one, like whenever I switch the camera view, you just have to stroke your hair a bunch of times. Sit
I think
back,
I've been doing
smile
that, actually.
there, sit, you know.
I've been coughing. He's probably doing that a bunch.
Yeah, that's probably true too. Yeah.
They know.
Alrighty.
All right.
Have a
I
good
think
one,
we're
everybody.
done
I hope we
because
haven't
I
tainted
think-
your night too
I
badly.
think this has gone all the way down to non-existence now at this point. So I think we're done with it.
Steve, I'm trying to laugh like you. It's not that easy.
Stop it! Stop it!
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye. Oh my god.
Switch to the title, please.
Yeah.